All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Night Time. Joining us tonight, as usual, Gary.
How are you, mate?
Good, thank you.
Crazy lady.
Hello.
And the boys at the end.
Yeah, great.
Good.
Thank you for the invite back. Great to be back here.
Yeah,
Cheers, guys.
good to have everyone on. So,
Talking footy.
Gaz has done the intro, so I don't
Oh,
have to do it.
Your job's done,
No.
mate.
Anyway, Kenny and Cory, welcome to the show this week.
Too easy, thanks, mate.
And let's get straight into it, hey? Some good footy on the weekend.
Don't know
First
about
of
the
all, can we
referee.
just do a little tribute to
100%.
So the team here at the Nighttime Podcast would like to express our sincerest condolences to the family and friends of the victims who are no longer with us, as well as the victims who survived but relive the nightmare daily. To the family of Jade Young, 47, an architect and mother of two, Dawn Singleton, the 25-year-old daughter of businessman John Singleton, Ashley Good, 38, a new mother whose 9-month-old daughter was also stabbed during the rampage, Pikria Darshia, a 55-year-old mother to two adult sons and an artist. And, I apologise for saying this probably wrong. Yizan Shen, 27, a Chinese international student studying at the University of Sydney. She was reportedly on the phone with her fiancé, who is in China at the moment, and whom she was set to marry this year when she unexpectedly hung up. And Faraz Tahir, 30, a security guard on his first day and sadly what would be the last day of his job. It's hard to find words in the face of such a tragic event. Our hearts go out to you and all affected. Thinking of you and wishing you moments of peace and comfort as you remember a friend who was so close to you.
Yeah, well said. Absolute terrible event. I mean,
Not good at all. Not good at all.
nah, and let's also say to the young police lady, she is a real hero
heroic.
of the world.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse. And even the bollard boy, the bloke at the top of the stairs,
at the top of the escalator, yeah.
and the guys that helped the baby. There's a lot of people here that need a rap, but
Also the first responders that turned up to help all the victims as well.
like mental health, obviously we know he's gone through some mental health issues. So, still to me, I don't excuse the fact that he had mental health. This is why he did it. I'm sorry. But if you are struggling from mental health, talk to someone. There's some lines that you can call or even contact us here with the, we're open to talk on by inbox. We can throw someone,
Bit of a helpline.
through so that's absolutely terrible. But let's hope that something good can come out of this bad, and maybe get some more mental help for people, or awareness, or absolutely.
I live down in Sydney, and just from what I've heard, just people talking and all that, it's not just affected the Bondi area, but it's affected everyone in Sydney. And
Yep.
there's been a couple of other incidences that are on the news down in Sydney as well. So it's like three big events in a matter of days. So,
100%. Very sad. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. But we'd like to do this show in honour of those poor people that have had their life taken by a monster. Because that's all it was, really. To be honest,
I'd like to put a hand out to the NRL. I watched the start of the Tigers game at Campbelltown, and given that minute's silence for those victims as well.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was a minute. It said a moment silence. I don't think it was a full minute. That's what pissed me off. I mean, if we can't do a minute silence and show respect, well, God help us.
Yeah.
So all I can say
Not
is
that long,
they want to be a minute for Anzac. Otherwise, Anyway, let's move on. But tonight's show is well said in memory of those poor people. All right, let's move on. Straight into the NRL news.
Okay, so Graham Ennersley says the Titans could have been penalised an additional 28 times for being offside in their game against the Raiders on Sunday. Raiders could have been penalised a further 10, meaning the referee Casey Badger missed a potential 38 penalties.
Cool.
In her defence, she was just letting the game flow.
Yeah, true.
Especially when it come to that last golden point.
Yeah,
Field goal, sorry.
Look, especially that game too, it was pretty poor, but look at the Knights Roosters game as well. Like, did he say anything about that? Was there anything said about that? Or did he come out and, mate, the way they slowed the ruck down in that game.
Yeah, it was
I wasn't at the game, I was watching it on TV, but mate, you could probably see it clearly on at the game as well, but on TV.
Could you see that steam? That wasn't from the ground. That was out of my ears.
I wonder what that was.
I just couldn't believe it. Like, honestly.
But okay. Say there was another 38 and whatever penalties. Shows how ill-disciplined both teams are.
Yeah, that's it.
100%.
For sure.
Anyway, moving on.
Zach Hosking dislocated his shoulder on Sunday when the Raiders played the Titans. He felt it pop out. Hopefully he'll be back within 5 to 6 weeks.
That seems like a long time, doesn't it?
Josh Schuster has vowed to fight his way back into the NRL, saying, "I know I'm at a really important stage of my career. I don't want to waste my talent."
100%, mate. Stay off the Maggers.
Where at? Like,
Titans. You'll end up at the Titans.
you reckon? You go to
100%.
Gold Coast.
Yep.
Old Desi.
Yep, Desi will take him, I reckon.
You reckon?
And because Manly's they think they're not going to have to pay any of his contract, but they're going to.
Well, Manly have got rid of him. He's gone though, isn't he? He's not at Manly no more.
But I still think
Manly-
they've still got to pay for him because they're thinking they don't. But there's no clause on his contract that says if you're underperforming, we can get rid of you.
Rid of you. No, okay.
So there's more to this than meets the eye.
When is he signed to?
A couple of years, wasn't it?
I think he's re-signed for 2 years.
27, 28?
Another 2 years or
Another
something,
2
right?
years, so 26.
It's a fair bit of cash.
Well, Manly are reportedly considering using the salary cap space cleared from Josh Schuster's release to compete for the signature of Katoni Stags from 2026 onwards.
Whoa. They're going for
never got that
Katoni. Katoni Stags at Manly. Oh, nah.
Parramatta he's going to.
Nah.
Parramatta signing everyone.
Hey, you got
apparently.
Lomax, mate. What are you on about?
Yeah, and we want
You can have him.
What are you trying to do? Buy a premiership?
Are you the Bulldogs?
Your body slam. Old body slam, eh? Lomax.
The Dragons have reportedly tabled a 3-year offer to Sania Taruva and promised him he will be given every chance to compete for the fullback jersey in 2025. The Knights are also reportedly interested in signing Taruva. His management is set to meet with the Panthers this week, though they seem to be unable to offer the same sort of money as rival clubs.
I don't want to see him at St George.
No.
If he was going to go somewhere, if we couldn't have him,
Newcastle.
I'd rather Newcastle. Yeah.
I'd like to see him in
I'd
Newcastle.
be happy
yeah.
to see him up here.
And I reckon
Yeah,
Tom
right,
Jenkins will come good too.
But didn't he have a meeting with Peter Parr and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
heard
this
that.
is the thing, like, they have meetings with the club, and that's all good and well, but I think they need to have meetings with, like, us boys. We'll take them around the town and show them,
You'll
what it's
scare
like.
him away.
No, bring him into the studio, give him a little dragon, and,
Get into it.
Maybe they can fix their lights.
Yeah.
Who on the panel here thinks that you sign a contract, you got to abide by it?
100%. They're not worth the paper they're printed on anymore,
No.
mate.
Nah, they're not.
But not just player, but club as well.
The problem with that is, if their heart's not in it, they'll play crap.
Yeah.
Well, that's when
They
they
go
should get.
down.
Yeah.
Performance based.
Look
There you
at
go.
it back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I'm going back a few years back here, but okay, for St George, they won 11 premierships in a row. Okay, that was
Wasn't
without.
live, man.
No, it was live.
Well, you guys?
But there was no salary cap. There
No.
was no nothing. Like, these blokes were working
for
as
the love of
plumbers, bricklayers,
Even back
as
in the-
carpenters.
For the love of it.
Yeah.
Even back in
for
the
love.
late 80s, early 90s, Harrigan.
Yeah,
The chief
he-
was
he
working at one stage.
Yeah,
like,
he was a plumber, I think, or
shoveling coal
coal.
in the
Yeah,
coal
yeah,
loaders.
Yeah,
Now he frequents the Good Feet store.
yeah.
Funny, she looked at me when she said that. But Adam McDougall, now he's one of the richest men in the world.
Yeah, with his man shake. Yeah, that's
Just shake a little.
shake it up. Oh
Shake
no,
it up.
is that it? No, that's the other one, isn't it? Yeah, no,
that's
shake it
it.
off. Yeah.
Well, if you get Kenny doing an ad with that,
Oh,
I've seen Kenny without his shirt on.
If you call me fat,
No,
Oh.
it just moves a little bit from side to
yeah,
that's a beer
That's
holder.
dad bod.
yeah.
Dad
The
bods
dad
are
bods are
in.
in. It's old grandpa's, apparently.
You're a grandpa.
That's right. Anyway.
Selwyn Cobo's management says his preference is with the Broncos long term. Until he says he wants to look around, then he'll focus on the Broncos, according to his manager.
Who's that, Cobo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I heard a little
Right,
whisper.
Brisbane, he's got a few good there.
I heard a whisper that have a go at this, and this is, that the Roosters are going to make a play for him.
The Roosters.
How?
Are they going to fit
How?
Selwyn Cobo? Isn't he on $1 million plus at Brisbane?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but
Is
because of
I don't think it's $1 million, is it?
that's what he's going to be going for this year, is $1 million.
Right, wow.
But because of Joey, or what's his name that's going to? Was it Joey that's going to uni?
Manu.
Joey
Yeah, Manu.
yeah.
He's going to. So they're going to have room.
yeah.
But how are they still going to have room? They still can't. They have to offload Spencer to
Jared
Newcastle.
Hargraves is going.
brown paper bag. Yeah.
Good try.
Brown
Yeah,
paper
they've
bags.
got to offload Spencer to Newcastle.
Did anyone out there get that one?
Anyway.
Yeah, no, we've been trading players, us and the Roosters.
As well, like that's where
Yeah.
that's his home out there.
But that same thing. They couldn't offer him what.
That's right.
He was in the same predicament.
You look
there,
at all
out
the
there.
players at Penrith
It's-
that they've had to offload.
Yeah.
But how
Because
can the
it's-
Roosters come? We had to
I
get
don't
rid of
know.
bloody Clemmer because we couldn't go.
Yeah. I don't know how the Roosters are doing it, to be honest with you.
I do. Remember when you used to go to school and your mum used to give you lunch in a brown paper bag? Yeah. Anyway.
How come Joey Manu's going anyway?
He wants. I think he wants to play for the All
He
Blacks.
wants to.
Yeah.
And-
He wants to
No,
play.
he's got the
Dollars.
more biggies.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a bit of both.
Oh, he's
But-
Japanese rugby,
He's a good
mate.
player.
It'd be worth a mint.
He's a
good-
But he does. He does want to play for the All
All
Blacks.
Blacks. And you
so
think he's done it all in the league, so now he's going to go and do it that. So he's dual,
international?
Yep.
Yeah. All that.
I wish him luck. He's a good player. I
Yeah.
like him.
Manly and Anthony Seibold are reportedly set to begin negotiations to extend his contract following round 10 this season.
He's still come pretty well. Bin chickens have come out of the bin and playing pretty well. But, yeah.
Albert Hopewadi is planning to return from his burn injury this round. He suffered a nasty burn a couple of weeks ago when a can of olive oil next to his barbecue exploded.
Ooh.
Painful.
Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for him there. A big shout out to a good friend of ours of the show, John Hopewadi. There you go, champion. Yeah. Nasty.
I was wondering why he wasn't in the side, eh? So it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Just couldn't put your finger on that.
Yeah, no. I'm like, hang on. He was playing pretty good football. You can't just can him. Like,
Got
yeah,
away
so
with
that's
that one.
why. Yeah, right.
The NRL have confirmed they want the UFC involved in their Las Vegas season opener next season. We've had some discussions for the UFC to be involved in the doubleheader, according to Peter Vlandis.
As Gus Gould says, why?
Isn't that no?
Well, no, or whatever.
Close.
Why?
Is it what?
Become a
UFC?
circus.
Sports.
Why does UFC wants to be...
At half time, we're going to have,
What, they're going to bring out the octagon?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't they just let the NRL bring back the biff and then you can have the
Both in one
good
game.
old punch on
Yeah,
in
but-
rugby
but-
league?
No.
It's like a circus now.
I don't understand. Yeah, but... No.
For me-
So has the UFC contacted the NRL
No,
or
the NRL.
Oh, the NRL is
Yeah.
thinking about it.
But think about it.
The only thing I can understand is why is because of
Ratings.
and Volkanovski, like because he used to play rugby league. So,
Yeah, but ratings, because they're obviously not as
and
as
what
good
is
as
it? Bam Bam, is it Taito Avasa?
Bam Bam.
Yeah, well
he's off the Flintstones.
no, but he's got Drink West with
Yeah,
Cleary.
with Cleary.
Yeah.
But my point is, I think that they're doing this to get more ratings because it's not as successful as they wanted it to be.
I
at
thought
the
they
same
said it
time-
was.
Like,
That's
I looked
right.
at some of the things about it over there. They also had a college basketball game on at the same time, and that went into overtime.
But there's a thing
But
called
America loves their basketball, mate.
Oh,
like, to be
100%.
honest with you,
It's-
you know what I mean.
it's-
Like,
starts at high
okay,
school.
okay. Now let's come back to Australia. Now, okay, right. So the Super Bowl's on, but you've got your favourite rugby league team playing as well. So what are you going to watch?
Parramatta
Are
win.
you going to watch your favourite
That's
rugby
right.
league team?
And
You
it
know
starts
what I
at high
mean?
school.
So, yeah.
Like they pack out high school
Yep.
gyms to watch high school basketball. But my point is with here, they need to market it properly and start now. Get people involved. Get the NRL over there, which is, I think it's called NRL.
Don't get me wrong, they're
That's-
doing it at the right time, just after Super Bowl and all that.
Yeah, but
Because
start pushing it now. Look, there's American League over there now.
Show it on
American Rugby
TV.
League.
Yeah.
Start getting that going. Get more people interested.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know how
yeah.
we've got the Magic around up at Suncorp Stadium. What about taking one entire round over to Vegas? Or
Wouldn't
Well,
work.
they were thinking
Wouldn't work.
about it. They were thinking about it, but
Send the NRL bankrupt.
yeah,
To take all 16 clubs or whatever over there. I mean, I'm all
the
for
clubs.
it, but... yeah.
Next, please.
It'd be good. Yeah.
David Fifita is yet to take up his option to remain with the Titans. He needs to inform the club by round 10 this year. I'm pretty confident he'll stay, Des Hasler. It is reported several NRL clubs, including the Raiders, are interested in acquiring Fifita immediately if he elects not to take up this option to remain with the Titans.
I reckon he'll end up at Sticky.
It's a tough one. That's a tough one.
If he goes, he'll end up at the Raiders.
Yeah. Like, to be honest with you, I
don't rate him that much, to be honest.
Like,
But he had
he's
family
a-
that played with the Raiders too, like cousins.
He's still hot and cold for me.
that's exactly
For that
right.
kind of money.
Money, yeah. He's a good player, but yeah, he's hot and cold. But he wants to go somewhere where I can't. I'm not dishing the Titans or putting the Titans down or anything like that, but I can't see him winning a premiership in the next 5 to 10
Not in this
years.
lifetime.
Yeah. Well, I just can't see it.
No,
Like,
100%. So
like the girls had a better chance, you know what I mean? But
But Canberra are just sort of
they're
fringe.
sitting there.
So there's a more of an opportunity.
Yeah.
Don't do a white and go to South. Look what happened there.
Like, is he? Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Michael Maguire has reportedly held a meeting with multiple New South Wales Blues players. Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker and Damien Cook were all invited but declined in order to focus on the Rabbitohs' current position.
He's trying to get the old ones back.
I don't know about that.
To be honest with you, Damien Cook played pretty good in the
He didn't
State of
deserve to be
Origin.
dropped.
No,
he
this,
he
this
didn't.
week he didn't deserve.
Don't get me wrong, Appy Coruscant's playing awesome, but
Oh yeah.
I could see Damien Cook starting and Appy coming off the bench.
Oh no, I'd have to disagree with that. Appy for me.
Yeah, I reckon starts.
Appy Coruscant's probably the best hooker since Cameron Smith.
Yeah, but I don't understand why Damien Cook.
He'd be good 14 for me.
He played awesome at State of Origin level.
He played pretty good this year. I
Yeah.
don't understand why he's been got the reserve grade.
Yeah.
He played really good on the weekend.
Just don't
But yeah, for me, I don't know. Appy Coruscant's just
Happy.
he's just
He's a
out.
good player. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Oh,
And he's for me. I think he's you want a 9 and a 1 and a spine. Appy just completes that, and he can kick goals.
yeah.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Damien Cook's a fabulous player, and he'll be there somewhere.
Yeah.
But if I'm the coach, Appy's my 9.
It's going to be a completely different New South Wales team this year, but yeah, that's probably another
Who's
story.
coaching them again?
Michael Maguire.
Corey Oates is reportedly happy to keep re-signing with the Broncos on short-term extensions. I probably owe the club a premiership, to be honest.
I like Cory Oates, and
We
tell you what,
don't want him anyway.
I'd have him for the right price.
Yeah, we tried to, but he didn't want to leave Brisbane.
I think he's
Homesick.
loyal to Brisbane.
Yeah, he is 100%. He's
But imagine Cory Oates on the wing for us at the moment.
it'd be good. Need a leaper. We got short there.
I like him, to be honest.
We're not really big in the backs. Tall, not big. we're very small.
height-wise.
Yeah, height-wise.
Sania Taruva says, hold my beer.
Yeah.
No, he said he'll get on Marjorie's shoulders. But speaking of big wingers, but I've got to say it quickly, he's not tall, but God, he does a lot of work. Is Greg Marshu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's so stocky.
Comes out of the back fence. He just he runs out of kick returns.
I'll go as far as saying he has been our best winger since Adam McDougall.
Yeah.
And we've had a few good wingers since then, like even Dom Young. But what he offers to the team is just second to none.
You look at him on TV and then
Can't
you
believe the
see
Titans
him
got rid of him.
and his legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah.
I tell you what, and he's the nicest guy too. Like he'll come up after the game, he'll see
Pulls
Kylie.
faces at me. Can I get a photo? He's like,
Penrith jersey, and last year he said something.
Bless
Kylie
him.
said, "Oh, I'll be here tomorrow," and he goes, "Not with that jersey on your way."
no, it was a hat.
Hat,
Penrith
yeah.
hat.
And that's just gold. That
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And
I remember last year, the final series, when we went to see him off when they went over to New Zealand. And I had my big flag there, meter flag, and he's on the sideline. I didn't even realise, and he's just sitting there looking at me, smiling, and then I've turned and looked, and I'm like, oh, great, there you go, mate, I didn't even realise, but
Marjorie
he was
Castle.
loving it. He was loving it.
moving on.
Jerome Luai and Brian To'o are set to launch their new clothing line, Universe 7. This is why we are here to inspire our families and the next generation, to let them know there are other ways to make money and make something of yourself.
Universe 7, is it?
Yeah, interesting.
Good on 'em.
What?
If they can pull it off. Yeah.
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 There's been a few of them are doing that, to be honest.
If you're watching Brian, he throws some this way, like the crew.
How many more sweatpants and jackets do we need?
Do you wear sweatpants?
Is it going to be like that, or it's going to be
No.
like? I don't think it'd be. Would it be sports clothing, or would it be?
I reckon
just,
it'd be fashion.
What I
Yeah,
saw was,
yeah,
was
that's what I'm
black
thinking.
t-shirts and black tracksuit pants, what they had on, but I don't know what else.
I'm thinking it's going to be like. It'll be.
Eshay bra.
What's the Mount Druitt stuff?
Yeah.
Kind of Spaniard stuff.
Yeah. Spaniard.
Is that 169?
Josh Addo-Carr's clothing line, Let's Trot, has reportedly turned over more than 1 million already in the past 18 months.
He's
Didn't even know
smashing
anything
it.
about it.
You didn't, yeah? Yeah, it's good apparel, man. It's actually not too bad. Yeah,
I like
It's
Josh Addo-Carr a
Yeah.
lot.
It's news for me. I didn't even know
Oh
that.
no, it's actually pretty good. Like he's got hoodies, he's got shirts, he's got the lot. Yeah, he's got it
nice.
all.
So's the podcast.
Yeah, we have. Check
Yeah.
it all out. There's actually got a few more. We might throw a few more shirts up later. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
The NRL have confirmed Chevy Stewart was offside when charged down Kieran Foran's field goal attempt. The Titans should have been awarded a penalty directly in front of the goalpost.
Yeah, so
Well,
what's
hey,
the...
we did last year in the final series. Remember when Hudson Young come
Yeah.
out and Ponga had to step
So what
back
have we got the
and-
bunker for?
Yeah.
Okay, Casey Badger missed it.
Well, that's how they
Jim
called
Shorts and that on the sideline, the linesman, they missed it, but the bunker can see it.
Yeah, because they got 28 different camera angles. Like, come on! But that's how
Yep,
they
pull it
called.
up.
That's how they called the Canberra one last year in the final series. The bunker, it set it to the ref, and and you know, I mean, they're all whinging about it. But if you go back and you look at the video, here he is clearly almost 2 meters offside when he runs directly up on him.
Buzz Rothfield said last night that it's not in the bunker's not allowed to interfere like that. Well, what are they there for?
But how
What are they there
Therefore,
for?
How
yeah.
much was Paul Kent sticking up for his mate, Ricky Stewart?
He's a goose. Yeah, you don't need a...
There was a lot more that the bunker let.
Let's put it this way, you don't need a long neck to be a goose.
It's getting impossible, honestly.
But you got to use it.
Yeah,
You got four blokes in there.
But they're stuff,
Like the Knights
they're
game.
making wrong calls too, but they're not like that knock on for what's he May?
Yeah.
Like Leo Thompson knocks the ball back.
Yeah.
It hits the back of Terrell May's arm, goes forward, Ponga catches it, and oh no, that's a knock on. Hang on,
But think
that's
about
a
it.
knock on off Newcastle.
about it. Who were we playing?
Oh, brown paper bags.
Yes. That's what it was.
Can we go to further incidents in that game, or should we just stay quiet?
Oh, we will. We will get
Oh yeah, there's don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's not the only incident. There's a fair. Like, don't get me wrong. Hey, the Roosters had their shocking calls too.
Oh, but not
to the extent.
no.
Yeah. Like.
I don't want to get Smita upset, so...
Oh, it's going to happen.
Mitchell Pearce and Todd Carney are reportedly considering joining forces to launch a junior academy where they would mentor and train the next generation of halfbacks.
Mentoring into bubblers or
Well, if they want to
Is that Mr.
share
Carney?
knowledge with the young generation coming through,
Yeah.
go for it.
That's all they need.
Okay, I'm all for that, but also mentor them because Carney went through a lot of shit, some mental health stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
Get that involved as well, not just how they play game. Hey, I stuffed up. I couldn't handle stuff, and Mitchell Pearce saying when I turned to the drink and that. It's not the right way to do it.
Get
what's
more
happening.
players involved.
You know what's happening with the junior rugby league system. Like, don't get me wrong, because I'm around it a lot. You know what I mean? I coach the under 11s, but they're coaching too much structure
Yeah.
from
Let
an
'em be
age
kids.
from an age group. Probably I think it's about 12s or 13s up. They are coaching him to that structure to that point where they're doing those block plays in the NRL. Well, they're coaching the kids.
Why?
I don't know.
Shouldn't be allowed.
It's
That's what
eyes up football, mate. That's my dad's always said it to me. My dad coached me. Eyes up football. When you're coaching 13 and 12-year-olds structured football, how are they meant to play their own game?
That's where
When they're coached to get the ball, run, pass. All right, you know what I mean. To a
the New South Wales Rugby League or whatever it is needs to step in and sort of put a stop to that kind of.
it's wrong, man.
Like the
It's-
kids,
Let them enjoy it.
Oh, I
But
couldn't agree more.
yes, exactly.
Like the structure stuff, you'd sort of they're in the senior league.
18s,
senior rep.
19s, or
Or
you
even
know what I
over
mean,
16s.
17s, 18s, or something.
16's onwards when it's
Like
got
Al
the comp.
Matthews Cup or something like that.
Yeah, not in 12s, 13s,
Not
14s.
no.
Like, no.
Have fun.
Let us.
I've got one more, and I have a little comment to say after this, so just hold up.
Ooh, sit back,
Penrith
fellas.
star Tor May has deleted his Instagram account while under investigation for posting irresponsible and stupid video from within a luxury car that was speeding dangerously through a residential area. Footage filmed by May resurfaced on social media on Sunday, showing himself in the passenger seat of an Audi sports car that clocked up to 96 kilometres an hour past the school and homes in a narrow street in Sydney. Now, can I elect that when we go to Vegas next year, we leave Tor May behind? Because it'll probably be him that's naughty.
No, I reckon he'll learn from this.
Isn't there 4 of them? Three or 4 brothers?
Yeah, the oldest one.
It's Tyrone?
Yeah, he's the one that did the video of the woman. That one that he got in trouble for.
Oh,
The hoo-ha?
Yeah.
Terrell seems decent at the moment. I like Talon. We watched a YouTube video.
I do too.
He's got his own YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
And he was just showing you how he works out.
He's just
and
fucked up.
He eats a lot.
Well, my bad. Get the...
Zip that.
He eats a lot. So it reminded me of the Spaniard videos where he just goes and eats.
He's just stuffed up. He's stuffed up and he'll learn from
He's
this.
young and dumb, but I hope he does learn from it.
No, he will.
People go past our house doing probably 80 Ks and I'm screaming my head off at them.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you do that around my house where my kids are?
Yeah. Understandable.
I was driving up the street today. I didn't even think you could get Daddy. That road's rough as guts.
Oh, yeah, down the bottom.
Shout out to Cessnock Council.
They go flying. It drives me mental.
So is that the NRL news this week?
It is, yes.
Yeah, pretty bumper one there. But
Very controversial on some.
we might take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Gasbag.
Gasbag's time. First one. I'll answer this and then you're just going to answer after me.
No.
Do you think the NRL should scrap Thursday night footy and the Sunday 6:15 games by Dale Williams? No.
Dale from the final whistle,
Well,
champion.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. But the 6:15 game, that's only for the first 5 rounds or
Yeah, it's
something.
not this weekend, is it?
Nah.
Yeah, I noticed that.
After 5 or 6 rounds, it goes back to 2 o'clock on Sunday. So
So it should.
it's
I say scrap the Friday night 6 o'clock games too.
Yeah.
Go back to
Yeah.
7:30.
See, the only reason why they're doing that 6:15 game on a Sunday night is because daylight savings. See, now once daylight savings goes, they go back to 2 o'clock.
And
But
it's like
it doesn't worry
even
me,
7 o'clock Friday night, 7:30. It gives people like myself and like I come home from work and I'm black as the ace of spades, so I need a good scrub.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get in the car and get there, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
So let's start thinking not just about TV, Russ. Let's start thinking about fans to get bums on seats.
See, that's what it's about. Yeah.
You think
Us the fans
think
or us.
they should scrap the Thursday and
Well,
No, I like it because you got games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But
yeah.
I think they should scrap the Broncos playing night times.
That 6 o'clock. I'm with you, man. That 6 o'clock Friday game,
it just doesn't work.
It's got
7:30.
Yeah,
Just 7:30.
they've got to can it. They've
Well,
got
not.
The times are set up with the contract with Fox Sports because every game's
Bugger them. Start
Live.
thinking of the
I don't know,
fan.
bring back Monday night football. Like,
I'm happy for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Bring back Monday night
Hell
football
yeah.
like they used to have.
every day.
Yeah.
Hell
If the Knights play at
yeah.
home on a Monday night, guess who's not going?
It's date night, baby.
At the football.
If Penrith were playing, would you go?
Yeah, that's different.
Ah.
If Penrith are playing on Monday night, guess who's not going?
I'll go by myself.
But,
See if I can.
I don't know.
5 nights of footy.
Yeah, like change that 6 o'clock Friday night game to Monday night, 7 o'clock. It's got me.
With my work schedule.
Like, because our boring's
Thursday and
Mondays.
Sunday, the only times I get to see any footy.
I'm like, on Mondays, I'm like crying. I'm like, no.
Because there's no Married at First Sight.
Nah.
You can watch repeats on YouTube.
No, but I'm with you. There's nothing on telly. Like I said to Kylie last night.
Mondays and Wednesdays, mate, they are absolutely shocking.
Do you know
for
what's on
television,
TV on
free to
Monday?
air.
YouTube.
Yeah. Same. I'll go back. See, I got KO, so I'll go back and I'll watch the old classic matches. Or there's on YouTube. You got the NRL page on YouTube, and you got NRL. I think it's 1908 throwback. And they got all the old games, man, from the 90s and 80s.
I watch like all the podcasts, Billy Slater's podcast, all those, you know.
Yeah.
I watch a current affair.
Yeah, that too.
ACA.
But I also like NRL 360 now, Brave and Astor's on it.
Oh, you don't mind? Yeah, that's not bad.
I
That's
like
all
Brave
right.
and
That's
Astor
all right.
because you get Kenty that talks like,
No,
you know,
that's
that's
Buzz and Kenty, but they'll say something and they won't, you know,
they
explain it.
argue.
And
the way they argue.
and Brave will go, well, explain your answer.
Like, yeah.
I like Brave. He talks a lot of.
Yep.
No, he's
Yeah.
better than Icon.
Yeah,
Icon
the
on it.
show's a lot better with Braith and
Braith
Astor.
100%.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you what, like we met Brave in Queensland. He's the nicest bloke you ever met. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I've only met him that once.
He was a
Better than me.
player as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
it's
one's
good
better
for
than
the
you
dogs.
guys.
Yeah.
But and you know, I thanked him via Instagram after it. Said thanks for the photo, mate, for taking your time. And he was a nice bloke. He said, "No, mate, it's a pleasure to meet you." Yeah. And started talking for about 5 minutes. I thought, what a champion!
That's
Yeah,
what's the
yeah.
show.
It's all right.
Oh, he didn't want. You know, he's with Fox. He
He's
can't
pretty
say,
busy.
so.
Yeah.
He
But he's-
does.
Hope you're watching Braith.
Question number 2 after all that. It was only a yes or no answer.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry, mate, but you got the full answer there.
I did.
I'm married,
Plus.
I don't listen.
So what?
I'm married, I don't listen.
Can't hear. Are the Knights showing any interest in Katoni Staggs? Jeff Sutcliffe.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, no.
I don't know. We've got the room in the cap, do we?
Nah. It all depends on what Gagai's doing, really.
He's got one more year, apparently.
Yeah, well, mate,
contract.
he's playing some bloody good football at the moment. So
Who do you offload to get him?
I don't know. I don't know. We've
I
got
don't think we can afford him.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
yeah. Unless you got rid of some of the.
But we're already
I don't know.
pushing the cap.
you don't want to get rid of the juniors. You want to bring the juniors
No.
through. So I don't know.
Yeah, to me, I'd say no. We'll go for Taruva, if anything, because we've got some good centres.
We're not. I don't like to be honest with you. I think we're pretty good in the backs.
Mm.
I think we're just lacking
Forwards?
back row.
I just
Sort
want
of
that's rather to come to the
Tyrone Thompson.
Hint, wink, wink.
What are you looking at me for?
Look at Gaz.
Oh, is that why you winked?
He winked at me. Pass it on. Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, like I said before, Katoni at Para in the second row.
In the back row.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been smoking?
Hey?
What have you been smoking?
You want a kilo?
No.
Like I said to Cory, he's been smoking crack.
Have a go
Back
at him.
row.
He busts tackles, gets through, he's fast.
Yeah, but
Yeah, good. No, Corey Oates, he pushing up the back row now.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve, for backing me up there, mate.
Let's go, mate.
I'm surprised he
Slip
doesn't
20 in
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm
Cory
surprised
Oates is
he
a
doesn't
bigger
go
frame.
across town and over to the Dolphins.
Nah, he'll end up at St George.
That's what I thought. Selwyn would go, Cobo.
Everyone else is buying him at St George.
Yeah.
Most of
Yeah.
the Roosters.
And brown paper bags.
Done?
Mm.
Yep.
Number 3. Do you think they'll find the culprit who threw the vape in the direction of the ref at the Knights Roosters game on Thursday night?
Wow.
Liam Jones.
They got
I don't know
enough
if that's
cameras. Oh, they
Up
got-
in that grandstand.
They were straight onto it too, and it landed. Seriously, it just whipped past my ear. It wasn't far off hit me, was it? And it landed directly in front of our seats. You know what we see.
Yeah, right.
And Tim and the other security guards were straight onto it, and
Connie?
There was someone in our bay.
It's-
no,
I don't know.
they
They
could
come
have
from the like the top of the
the
tunnel.
top of the tunnel or something
Yeah, but
like
that's
that.
still bay 55, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but they probably don't
that's
sit
hard.
there. But when the refs come off, they've come across and
So
thrown
you,
it
you
down.
can just walk along the top tier like that sort of tier there, and you can just walk straight through.
Yeah.
Like, so
You can go
my,
from
my seats are just up near the tunnel.
You can
go-
not far from Smita.
you can go from the right hand corner,
corner
all the way
across.
Excuse me, yeah. So
So,
But
it could have been any grub, and honestly, mate, if
Get
we
it out of it.
yeah,
Don't
come
need
on,
you don't need
because
that
it's a
bloody
give.
league. What happens if he hits a kid? What happens if he hit one of your kids?
or the ball
Oh,
kids, or
if it hit one of my
anyone, yeah.
kids, I'd be after blood. Like, but see, the thing is,
Just
it's already give us a bad name. I already had
Yeah.
an argument with a Roosters supporter this week about it, and I said, "Well, how do you know it was a Knights fan?" Like, because she said, "Oh, I seen it." I was going to say, "Well, come on, come forward, who it was."
yeah.
But she goes, "Oh no, it wasn't a Roosters fan." Well, how do you know?
How do you know? You don't know.
Yeah,
You,
because he could have just been pardon the French, a dick. Like, and she was saying, "Oh, all Knights fans of this, and that," and I just was like, "Well, there's good and bad in every club.
Yeah.
So don't paint the whole club by one idiot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, don't hate the
Whoever
club.
you are, own up.
no, they're not going to own up.
They won't own up to
Hopefully
it.
the
Mate,
cameras get 'em.
Mate, I'm telling you, it's a nifty fine, and it's probably almost a life ban.
Well, Tim,
So,
the security guard said it can be a jailable offence.
offence,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's more when you think of it, it could be a deadly weapon.
Weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a vape now. It could be a glass bottle or something down the track.
I don't think it was a plastic vape though. I think it was a
don't know.
metal vape
Yeah.
because
What was it? One of those disposable ones?
Oh, I don't know.
it was black metal. I remember
Black
seeing it
metal,
on the
they're
ground.
heavy.
I thought it flew off the camera or something at first, and then someone's gone, no, someone's
No,
just
if
thrown
it's
that.
one of those
Yeah, right.
disposable ones. Like, I'm
How
not
do
going
you
to pull
know?
it out now. I've got one with me.
It's not plastic.
No, it's a hard plastic. I'll
This
show
was
you
metal.
later on, but they are.
This looked
they are
like metal.
somebody. I'm not going to pull it out.
No, I don't know.
This is PG, mate.
After 10 on Friday. Number 4. Why are the NRL players so dumb? For example,
Okay.
okay, Jody. For example, they do stupid crap either with their phone in their hands, holding, recording,
Yeah.
or
Totally.
someone else in the vicinity is recording. Why the hell can't they not stay away from social media if they want to have brain fart?
Do you know what comes to
Because
mind?
They think they are untouchable.
Do you know what comes
It's-
to mind with that?
Well,
They think they're.
let me,
Walk on water.
how was she like when she was in her 20s?
Nice girl.
Did she do anything? You know what I mean? Did she do anything?
But
like, come on.
unfortunately,
Mobile
the
phones
problem
don't
is-
exist.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
the problem is-
there's cameras.
I'm not saying.
Security cameras.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but the problem is they're getting paid big money to be
Yeah.
a role model.
Yeah.
Pull your head in.
If it was,
Simple.
say, Chris
Simple,
down Derby Street, walking in his undies with a vape in his hand and a bag of Coke, no one will butter an eyelid.
Yeah. But as soon as you, yeah, fair, yeah, you get that too.
I
but
get, yeah.
they're
But isn't there a
young,
nursing
you know
home
what
on
I mean?
Derby Street? They'll probably run after Chris.
Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, there's a time and place. They just got to think smart,
Smart,
because,
yeah.
unfortunately, every second person has a phone.
Yeah,
So if you're
Someone's
going to do
filming
something stupid, do it behind closed doors.
yeah.
Kilo of Coke. I'm looking at you, Kenny.
Hey, oh me.
So
You wondering what I was smoking earlier. There's a
We'll
kilo of
talk later.
Coke going
I mean, you
down
said a bottle of
Newcastle.
Coke.
We'll talk later. No.
Okay. Do you guys think that the kick-off tee and the goal-kicking tees are too high? For example, make them all 50 to 75 mil.
Bring the
Make it a bit of a
sand.
competition.
Bring the sand back.
I like them.
Sand.
I like the big ones.
That's what she said.
She
So
did.
why are you smiling, Carl?
Have you seen Goliath next to me?
And I don't want to.
Bring the sand back. Little kid runs out with a bucket full of sand.
Yeah, I think it's... They're professional goal kickers. They should be able to kick it off a small tee, not these
Yeah,
giant
but you see, there's
things.
this big one too. For the kick-off too, they can get it to twirl in a short
I
while.
don't care. Make it hard. Kick it along
what's
the ground.
his
let it
name
bounce
from
over
the
red.
Cowboys? Kyle Felt. He's good for it. Yeah.
I don't mind it. To be honest, like I like the kick and tee. So like we got, you know, what, we got about 3 or 4 or 5 different kick and tees here. We
How
should
many-
do it.
How many you got?
I don't know, 3, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I got 2 at home.
Yeah, we should get all the different ones.
Yeah,
and then go down the park one day
And see
with
what's
the
the
goalpost
best.
and take the cameras and
Kick the bladder
I
out.
have a kick-off.
I don't. I'm not around the corner. I'm Mal
I'll call the
Meninga.
paramedics for you, Smita.
I'm Mal Meninga, mate. So
I'm
I
7
just I
steps
come
back,
straight
straight
over
in.
the ball. So I toe
Straight down.
Hmm.
Out of the grass, I might add, too.
Mal
Over the
Meninga,
dot.
With no shoes.
No shoes. You got it.
That'd be.
Oh,
That'd
no.
be
No,
I couldn't
not the
kick.
way I kick. I'll break my toes.
no, I disagree.
You
with
do.
that one.
Kenny,
What?
bring back the sand.
I'll bring back the sand. Like, don't get me wrong. Some of the kicking tees are good. We've got a couple at home, but yeah, bring back the sand.
Corey.
Oh, the sand, bring it back. Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
when I
no,
was
this is
a
the
kid.
kick, not playing.
No, well, the sand for playing it was good too when I was a
Bring
kid.
out the Tonka toys.
I'll
What
sound
do
like
you
it.
think, Riley? You-
I don't like sand.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating.
Long as Penrith win, you don't care.
Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out to the
that's
kids.
Yeah. Cruz used to go to daycare and bring home the whole sandpit in his shoes.
You.
It's a sand pit at home, mate.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Our last one. Who do you reckon are the most 3 inform wingers this year? From Zane.
Ooh,
Like
that's a good one.
Very good question.
I would have to say Brian Tuttle would be one.
DWZ,
Yes.
Lomax.
Lomax, I was just about to say
Yeah,
that.
very-
Zach Lomax.
I'd say nearly them three.
Sadly, yeah.
Like, it's the
Darren
little things.
Martin Lazizniak.
It's the
Is that
little
how you
things
say it?
that-
I don't know, ask Dean.
DWZ.
Don't say it. Come on.
Dallin. It's the little things that Tuttle does that makes him so good.
Good, yeah.
Like, he just keeps running and running. And so, yeah, my two would be, I'd say Tuttle, DWZ, and unfortunately, I've got to say Lomax.
Lomax, mate. That pick up when he played in the rain against the Knights, mate. That was.
I still think Corey's having a special moment after that one.
You know why he's not
Corey.
here tonight? It's
Not this Corey,
celebrating.
the other
Yeah.
No, well, they still got beat, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Keep
Gasbag for
coming
this
in
week.
for the Gasbag.
Yeah, so while we're on that, we might take another quick break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's that time of the week again. The week that was with Elliot. How are you, buddy?
Hey, good, Dean. How are you guys?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Better with a win, but can't complain.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was one of those games where it went the way I thought it might. May ran riot, and we left it too late. It was one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so went down 20-22 to the Roosters, but there's still some good performances, I thought, mate. KP on one leg.
Yeah, went all right.
Yeah, and I think even the neutral fan would sit there and think, okay, if you don't have that 20 minutes where KP essentially was out of the game, I think the Knights win. I thought we started really dominantly. That try Brandon Smith scored, I think you can take off the board if Pond can move. That, the whole defensive line was just out of order there. And then, the second half, you can almost see exactly how it was going to play out with 6 minutes to go. I'm thinking we're going to get a sniff here and then just lose. I can't remember the last time we snatched victory just away from the jaws of defeat. Obviously, the one with Dell back in the day and the Kirkwood sideline conversion against Melbourne, but it reminded me of both games against the Cowboys this year and last year, and just couldn't quite get it done.
Oh, I think if Brayley passes on that last play instead of kicks, I think.
I reckon poor Jaden, who I thought was outstanding, the way he brought the forwards onto the ball made a huge difference. I reckon he's had a few sleepless nights thinking about that one.
I think if he had that play over again, I reckon he passes.
I will say,
Yeah.
and I'm a big Leo Thompson fan, but Leo in defence last week, I thought was really, really good. Like, cleaned up some ball that could have led to a try and just got to some places where a front rower shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be, yeah, when he cleaned up that kick.
Yeah, I was really, absolute legend. And, I think he's just getting better and better. Huge fan. But there were some really good performances. Even on the Roosters, Connor Watson.
Yeah, he played pretty good, didn't he?
Probably the best I've seen him play for a long time there, mate.
Yeah, I mean, he played well enough that he's kept Sam Walker out of that Roosters team this week. They've named the same halves pairing like last week, so Kyrgios stick to 7. And, I thought Connor did what Connor does well. He ran the ball. He didn't overplay his hand. He wasn't relied upon to kick. I think probably the unsung hero from the game, I thought Luke Keary was outstanding for the Roosters. He kicked it to death for a lot of it. And same thing, he helped bring his forwards onto the ball. And I know they highlighted it in commentary on radio and telly as well, but their 1, 2, 3 out of the back, as predictable as it is it's mesmerising at times, those big bodies.
I'll tell you what, Connor was running out after Jennings done his little walkout, and then Connor and all that come running out. You should have seen his face. He was sort of like ready, but not ready for the reception he was going to get. And I couldn't help it. Like, I had to give him a little bit of stick. And then I was yelling out, what are, back where you belong. And his face was like, it was pretty electric, wasn't it? You could still see there was a soft spot in Connor running out there. This is sort of home.
He's got a lot of mates at Newcastle too. So
he's got a lot of fans still. There's probably, I'd say, 8 out of 10 fans that were there still have a soft spot for Connor Watson.
I'd love to see him come to Newcastle, but I don't think with the side we've got now, he'd be able to get a regular spot in first grade.
Yeah, unfortunately. If he come back, he'd get a spot for sure. 14 even. But
Greg Margie's 50th game.
yeah, that snuck up. And unfortunately, because he was put in at the last minute, wasn't a real big, much about it, mate. But mate, what a difference that bloke makes to the team.
He does. His ball carries out of our own end. It just wow.
Yeah, just to play devil's advocate, I don't like Greg on the right side of the field. I know how well Anars went on the left, but I think Anari would be just as effective on the right, whereas Greg's best side is the left side of the field. I think there's a couple of poor defensive reads out on the right, and I do think he gets more good ball in attack on the left side of the field as well. So I was surprised they went that way. It wouldn't shock me if they actually swapped it back this week.
Yeah, he's outside Gagai, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's normally outside Bradman, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, either side you're on, you got two outstanding centres, and I thought Gags had a great game. But, I mean, he's built a relationship now with Bradman the last 12 to 18 months, and I was really shocked, to be honest, to see he missed, 3 or 4 games, and he was on the right. I didn't like that move personally.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. That combination they had out there was electric, and yeah, just the off field too. What that bloke brings to the club. We were talking about this earlier. Just his, after the game, he come around, and he's talking to everyone, and he was just, they lost, but he was still happy with the fans, and like seeing Kylie with a Penrith jersey on, and just looked at her and shook his head, and
Oh yeah, I can't say enough nice things about him as a person. I think we spoke about it last year when we went to Brisbane. It was the first time that my brother had the chance to meet the players after the game. We went to the sheds, and all the boys were lovely, all made an effort. But it was Greg that stood out. I'd never had a conversation with him before, but he was so personable. We asked my brother more questions about my brother than my brother did about him. He was, genuinely interested, and it certainly stuck with me. I really liked the bloke. It just happened to be that was the day where the next day he managed to miss the bus. But at least the night was good.
Oh, mate. I tell you, while we're on the subject of players too, I haven't had a lot to do with Jack Everington.
Yeah.
But after last week's game, he was the first one to come over to us, and he apologised to us.
Yeah, right.
He said, "So sorry, guys, for that, hey." And I'm like, wow. I just seen a different respect to this bloke, and he was just so apologetic. And I'm like, dude, mate, you tried. Like, you lost by 2 points. And I said,
yeah, it's not like.
I said, the referee was pretty ordinary. And he was like, oh, wasn't he? But just the way he was just, I don't know, it just really,
I didn't get the chance to come up to the game because it been a Thursday night and working in Sydney and all that. But I stayed at home and watched it. At that last couple of minutes, the Roosters were laying down on the players.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But the one thing I want to know, how does not that Rooster, I can't think who it was, that tackled KP in the air.
Yeah, Pang guy. Or
How does he not get put on report or sent to the sin bin when Leo Thompson was going for the ball, done the same thing against Pappenhausen and get 2 weeks suspension?
I think Leo Thompson's looked a lot worse.
Oh, that was Radley, wasn't it?
But Pappenhausen jumped over Leo in that one.
Yeah.
KP was literally taken out.
You're never going to answer that question, unfortunately. Yeah,
is it rules for one player, rules for another?
I don't know.
It seems to.
Different interpretations, isn't it?
Don't get me started on that. Anyway, mate, we were quite unlucky to lose that one, I felt. I thought we were sort of, especially with KP on one leg for a while. I thought we did pretty well, so we'll have to be on our game this week against the Dogs, but
yeah, they're playing good footy.
Yeah, I think the best thing they've done, and it would have been a tough decision for Cameron Sorrell, though. I love Connor Tracy as a player, and I thought he was outstanding at fullback last week. They've kept him despite Blake Taff being available. I think Taff's on the bench. Connor Tracy will start. I think I saw we're out and out favourites in the betting. I think it's a 50-50 game. I think the Dogs are playing good footy. We saw that against the Storm. I think it's a really tough game for Newcastle.
100%.
And down there too, the core.
And
In front of all 12 people at a core stadium.
I'll make it 13 for you.
one of your old favourites, Viliame kicker, playing well. Kylie?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kylie, yep.
No, you're right.
No, you're right, man.
Oh, no, I mean, Kylie can say more than me, but yeah, old Noodle Hair has turned it on, hasn't he? I just love when they give him early ball. There's certain players in the competition that you get frustrated when they don't get early ball because you know what they can do. Billy Army's one of them. I'd take Tony Staggs. He's one of them at Brisbane. When he gets early ball, that's when he's at his best. Billy Army's the same. What he's been able to do to ride edges in the competition the last 2 weeks of footy I reckon there's a few blokes having nightmares about him, and the Knights are going to have to be absolutely on against that edge.
That's Marzio and Gagai, isn't it? They're right.
Yeah, Marzio and Gagai. So, and I think Dylan Lucas as well. So they're going to have to be on. And I mean, you know, everyone here has played bush footy at some stage. When you play on the wing, you're basically putting all your trust in those inside you. That's why I know I harp on it, but Greg moving to that right side, having played with Bradman for so long, he was building trust with not just Bradman, but those inside Bradman as well. Whereas it's a totally different side. I worry about the jamming in. We saw it a couple of times on the weekend. If you jam and miss against this Dogs team, they're going to have a field day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least one good thing for us is Kurt Mann's not playing. So,
Is he out, is he?
Yeah, he's out for a few weeks, breaking a hand still. So,
Right.
Yeah, I feel he probably would have rose a little bit more against us. So that's a good thing
That's
now.
probably what the Dogs needed last weekend against the Storm.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I rate how Kurt's been playing this year.
He's-
Anyway, we'll move on, mate. The Melbourne Storm, 16 over the Dogs, 14. Good game.
Yeah.
Very good game.
Yeah, I still don't. I was actually in Canberra on Sunday and watched the Bulldogs reserve grade team for first grade, and Toby Sexton was playing, and he was just commanding around the park, kicking the corners. I don't think Drew Hutchinson's been bad. I'm still just miffed why Toby's not in that 7 jersey for Canterbury. I think you could probably carry Drew on the bench, particularly at the moment with Kerdman out. He could play 14, but I'd be slotting Toby in there. But yeah, outside of that, I spoke about kind of Tracy, who was great, and how about O'Carr? People love to say their bit, but you can't buy speed, or you can. It just costs an exorbitant amount. But was it 3 tries in 15 minutes at the back end? So it was outstanding.
Yeah, that's going to be a real hard one for us this week. But yeah,
Pappenhausen did a hip drop on at O'Carr.
Yes.
Yeah, did what happened there? Is he suspended or is he
$750 fine.
$750 fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he actually posted on Twitter, and I'm fair play to him. He said, "Has anyone got $750 spare?"
I saw that.
Yeah, I just this is something that we could pull our hair out over all night. But
Yeah.
who's making the rules for one and not the others? It's just not.
Like, I know that some sort of grading system on where how bad and how, you know, but if it's a hip drop, it's a hip drop. Like, why does it need to be graded? If it's a hip drop, it's a hip drop. Give him, if it's mandatory 1 week game suspension for a hip drop, well, that's it. That's how it is down the board.
I just don't see. I know
one player gets one because he lands on the ankle harder. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's warranted 1 game. How many hip drops do we see in a game these days? It's not just one.
Who's the young fella
there's
for
dozens.
Penrith? He's about 50 kilos bringing wet.
Sonny Luke.
Sonny Luke, he done a hip drop and got 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was nothing in it, and he gets Sonny Luke's like
that's what
50
I mean.
kilos ringing wet.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday, like
Just don't get it. I don't.
Anyway, we could be on that all night.
Ryan Pappenhausen also was sent to the sin bin for a professional foul on Stephen Crichton.
Yes,
That was that push, wasn't it?
Yeah, pushed him,
Going for the
off
ball.
the ball.
But would you? I watched the highlights of that, and I watched the replay as slow as I can make it on my computer. Would you say that Crichton going for the try line being 5 minutes out was an act of scoring?
Crichton, yes.
Then why isn't that a penalty try?
But you got to have without Bennett, with no doubt that he was going to score.
He was going to score. He was on the outside of him.
He's fast.
Yeah.
You and I
Critter.
both know that, but how could you tell? Like,
you
Yeah,
just you
yeah.
can't. You know what I mean? It's got give me a good example. Okay, was 1999 in the grand final. Okay, when Ainsko takes out old mate, but The reason why that was given a penalty try is because when Ainscough took him out, old mate already had the ball in his arms.
And he was across the try line.
And he was across the try line, and he had caught the ball. So he had the ball in his arms, and then he's taken it.
Thanks, mate. I feel young again.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
The Broncos,
so-
mate, 28 over the Dolphins, 14.
Yeah, for me, this is the worst game of the round. I know there's a lot of excitement around it, but geez, the ball control is awful from both teams. The Broncos did a canter in the second half. The first half, I would have rather watched Casablanca, who was, it was Jared Wallace's first try scorer. I don't reckon many people had money on that. I don't think it's too much to report. Good news for Reece Walsh getting through unscathed. Certainly not his best, but he'll be better for the run. The bloke that did impress me, though, Xavier Willison off the bench. I watched him. He was actually in Townsville. Yeah, he was in Townsville for the All-Stars game. I didn't realise just how big he is. Size-wise, he reminds me a lot of Olakau'atu from Manly. I wouldn't be surprised, in fact, if he shifted to an edge at some stage, but he was great when he came on.
Is he the tallest man in the league now?
Nah, that's the other fella.
The other fella.
Ben Takura,
Yeah. How tall's he?
He's 5 centimetres bigger than Nelson.
So
or something.
Yeah.
They're 205.
6'9" or something like that. I know Dane Tills was the biggest bloke I've seen in the flesh. I haven't seen Big Ben yet, but I look forward to it.
Well, apparently he's bigger. He's bigger than Tills.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Tilsey.
I think he's got a foot on him. So.
Yeah. He's bigger than him. He's taller. Yeah.
6'7", 6'4".
Something like that. It's two. He's
Well, I'm
6'6",
6'6", right?
centimetres.
And that's tall enough. So,
So whatever
this bloke's
205
a giant.
centimetres is.
God, you'd hate, poor bugger trying to get in cars.
I'm 178. So that's like 5'11" or 5'10" or 5'11" or something. So
I'm 6 foot, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm 2 foot.
It depends if I've got high heels on or not, what height I'm on.
Yeah, well, that's true. Anyway, the next game, the Auckland Warriors and the Eagles, 22-all. I actually didn't mind this game. I watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'm impressed with Mitch Barnett.
Yeah.
Mitch Barnett, how he's
playing
got
out of his skin, isn't he?
over the Warriors in the front row. He's just sort of took another.
Are we missing something? Like, did we need to play him in the front row here in Newcastle? Or
I think so. I mean, he's always been good with us, but just gone that one step further, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be Webster.
What do you think of this one, buddy?
Yeah, we were waiting to call the Cowboys game, so we had it on the other screen and obviously went into Golden Point. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was a pretty good reflection of how much Manly have improved and how, I think, consistent we expect the Warriors to be for the season. The fact they were able to fight back after a slow start. It's just, honestly, it was a pleasure watching Sean Johnson and Terry Evans, 34, 35-year-olds that met way back in 2011 in a grand final. It was watching the kicking games. They always talk about the tempo of half plays with Sean Johnson, his ability to speed up and slow down the game is like cinema sometimes, and the way he controlled most of the second half, it was great. But plenty of great signs for Manly too, and I never would have thought I would have not minded that Manly side, but Luke Brooks has certainly made him just that tiny bit more likeable this year.
Is that the one that got away for Manly? So I think they were pretty well in command of that match, and I
reckon if you said to Anthony Seabold a week before, hey, you're going to go over to New Zealand, probably the toughest road trip in footy at the moment, and get a point, he'd probably shake your hand and say, yep, no deal.
Yeah.
I know Adam O'Brien would be.
Yeah.
Would be happy with
it's been a while since we went over there.
Oh, mate. Parramatta Eels 27 over the Cowboys 20. The game did you call this one? No, you did the Raiders, didn't you?
I did both, yeah. So I went to Canberra on Sunday, but it's frustrating if you're a Cowboys fan because they put together every performance this year. They've played for about 40 minutes. If they can find a way to play for 80, they'll be a bloody good team.
Their defence in the middle's poor. Their poor defence.
Oh, Scott Drinkwater does. He has that shocker of the other week, and then he just bounced back. He's back to his
they're scoring points, but they're leaking them as well. Like they're just, I don't know.
See, to me, Parramatta are not that good.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Sorry, Gary. I mean, they're good, but without Mitch Moses,
yeah.
100%. They've just gone down that cog. Yeah. I just thought that the Cowboys made them look better than what they were. which is no disrespect to, like,
it's been a dry run for them there
trying to
too.
smooth it over, yeah.
No. It's just like if the Knights lost Ponga, we go down a cog.
Yep.
And it's the same, Penrith lose Cleary, they sort of go down half a cog. But,
Quarter.
yeah. But, I just thought that they made credit to them. They come through and won,
2
but
points.
enjoy it while it lasts, guys. Anyway, mate, moving on. The Rabbits 22, Sharks 34.
Something going on there.
Yeah, I don't understand why Damien Cook got dropped personally. I don't think he's been playing that badly.
Mate, they're a gun side. Look at their roster. There's something got to be going on for them not performing and playing football like they should. Like back in 2022 when they made the GF, I don't know. There's got to be something internally going on. I don't know.
Yeah, not good news, but Dimitri, you reckon he'll be there for much longer?
No.
Well, look, what I've heard is that the club were keen on Mal Meninga as interim coach, and Jason Demetrio was set to be axed come Sunday morning. We all expected him to be gone after that game, win, lose or draw. This is the operation of the South at the moment. That's gotten out and they potentially wanted Mal. However, no one at the club had spoken to Mal Meninga. Mal then reacted saying, well, why would I want to go to a club where shit's getting out before I even know about it?
But he also did say that he wouldn't mind in a caretaker role too. So
I'm not ruling him out completely, but I think the plan will be, look, they've got Panthers and Storm back-to-back weeks, I believe, something like that. So I reckon after that, it could be curtains for Demetrio. But you know what? I know Jason relatively well. He coached the Northern Pride and Q Cup to a premiership a few years ago. He's a good bloke. And what we know about coaching is that just because you don't fit somewhere doesn't mean you won't work somewhere else. Anthony Seibold's a great example.
Yes.
He was outstanding at South Sydney, absolutely awful at Brisbane. I cannot highlight how badly that went. However, has gone to Manly and in 2 years has created a roster that you would think is going to compete for a top 6, top 4 spot. So I don't think it's even if and when he gets the arse, it's the end of it.
I also sort of think some of the players need to stand up and take a bit of this too. There's only so much this Paul Blake can do at the end of the day.
Yeah, the coaches aren't out there playing.
So
the only thing about Southside challenge about their roster is, I know everyone says it's gun ho and there's some great names. I think if you dive deeper though, the outside backs are slow. There is no raw pace which you need in 2024. The forwards, the middles are aging. And again, I would say slow for the most part. Yeah. They're inconsistent. Your Kalamatangi's on his best day as an Origin player, but is that one in every 4 games? Damien Cook, I'd challenge that. I think his service from dummy half is in the bottom 25% of hookers in the comp. I think, yes, he's quick. He's got an okay running game, but I think there's your Coruscaws, your Robsons, your Egans, your Blake Brayleys are all well ahead of him with Origin stakes now. And Cody Walker started the year slow. So, yeah, there's some good names in that roster, but are they consistent players? Or I'd probably argue they're not.
Yeah. And Burgess is last year, this year?
Yeah, he's going back to England.
He had a crack on the weekend. I thought he actually played pretty well. I thought the young kid, Jai Gray, I thought he had a great game too.
And Whiten's been outstanding for him, especially in the losing. He's been pretty good, actually, for him.
The next one, mate, I actually like this game, even though the Tigers went down 24-12 to the Dragons. But, I liked about this game? Oh, Clemmer. He getting up to his having a little bit of, getting a bit of aggression.
Picking on little halfbacks.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I think he picked on a winger and a 5'8", so doing it the right way is Clem.
Body slam Lomax.
I love Clem. I love Clem, but I'd like to see the aggression in Clem come back. And I mean, I will sit down and if the Tigers are playing now, like I won't go. Oh yeah, I'll watch it.
They're playing some exciting footy actually.
I love watching the Tigers play. To be honest, because you got Coruscant for a starter. What he brings is just second to none, and Clem. Yeah.
No, the ball to Big Stefano was outstanding, but I actually think a bloke that's flown under the radar this year, and if he was in a better team, would be back in the State of Origin conversation, is Jaden Sewer. I thought he was incredible again on the weekend. And not just that try, but his running metres are up. Jaden Sewer, many years ago, you asked 10 players who the hardest hitter in the NRL was, 8 out of 10 would have said Jaden's name, well, especially when it's South. And I think to start this year he's been back at his best. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he keeps it up when the Origin squads come out. I don't think he'll make the Queensland 17, but if he's there or thereabouts in the squad, I think he'd prove he just deserved.
Yeah.
Even a fringe player.
Same with is it Ukamanu? Is that how you pronounce it? Mate,
Big Tofano, he's back, isn't he?
He's putting his hand up for sure.
Imagine
for New South
playing in the
Wales.
NRL these days and you see big blokes like that running that in here.
Yeah.
And they're quick. You can't get away from them.
That's the problem.
Payne Haas would beat most sprinters over 100-metre race at the moment. We saw Moses Leota in open space a couple of times last year and even this year. Yeah, no, thank you.
I see a big bloke running at me every night.
Yeah.
Randy Waddles, doesn't he?
Hey, did you see me in the middle of the ground there a couple of years back, did you? We'll have to get that footage where I was running up the field for the fridges. Remember that?
Yeah. Is it the
Sausage
wheelbarrow,
roll.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a wheelbarrow and then I had to put a tool belt on. I had a skull of chocolate milk and a sausage roll. And
Chocolate milk running.
oh, mate.
So do you drink chocolate milk, do you?
Well, I had to, but
He's lactose intolerant too.
so I was running faster. But they had work boots. They put them on and they said, "Oh, you're not going to fit in them." No, I said size 15's not going to fit. But I ended up winning a $2,500 washing machine and dryer out of it. So had to get the defibrillator at the other end. But yeah,
Might have to see Adam, see if he can put that on. Let the viewers
might
check
have
it
to
out.
find a bit of the archives. Mate, the Raiders 21, Titans 20. Controversial game, this one.
Yeah, we're on the sideline for this one, and one flying straight in from Townsville. I forgot how cold Canberra gets when the sun goes down. It was actually, you know what, I was impressed with the Titans. I thought they could not buy a call in that game, and I think 10-1 the set restarts were. It was not that uneven watching that game live. And even when the Tigers were trying to fight for their front in the second half, they couldn't get anything go their way. And they found a way to tie the game. I couldn't help but sit there, despite being amongst the Raiders faithful and the Viking clap. I couldn't help but be cheering them on a little bit, but. I feel for Jaden Campbell. The poor bloke can't stay fit. He's out for another month of footy. Thought AJ Brimson had his best game of the year. But yeah, Canberra kept finding a way to get it done.
It was about old mate. Was he offside and the charge down for?
Oh yeah, Chevy Stewart. Yeah, he was a couple of metres off. And I actually think Annesley came out and said they missed that one. But in saying that, I don't think the Titans did themselves a service there. Foran was nowhere near deep enough, and he was 15 metres out. He could have easily gone 20, 25, but he's probably their third choice field goal kicker. So,
but if they just charged down, it was going over.
Oh yeah, straight over. But yeah, just a little bit slow, sadly.
Yeah. Mate, and the Panthers had a bye. Any news on?
I thought they played well.
Yeah.
No, I know there's plenty of Knights fans that are wondering what's happening with Sania Taruva. He's had a meeting with a couple of clubs, including the Knights. I know that Peter Parr and the Knights really like Sania. I don't think we're going to land him. The Dragons seem like the front runner at this stage. He wants to play fullback, which his management's been pretty keen on pushing out too. So whether he gets the opportunity to do that, he'll probably get, if it's him fighting for fullback at the Dragons, him be Sloan, I'd probably look at Sania. But look, I'm not saying we're out of the race yet, but we're certainly, I'd say the Dragons and even Penrith are in front of us at this stage.
Yeah, well,
to be honest, if we
fullback,
can't get him, I'd like him to stay at Penrith.
Yeah.
You'd
have to take a cut, wouldn't he?
Well,
yeah, they're not offering anywhere near what the Dragons can, and even the Knights, I believe, offering a little bit more than what Penrith are.
Depends if he wants to win another trophy.
ooh.
Well, he's not going to get it at the Dragons, then, is he?
True.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll be good to see him up here. Fingers crossed. But any word on Leo Thompson's brother?
They're still confident it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be announced anytime soon, though. But you were seeing the praises of Leo before. I've always liked him as a player. I think the last 3 to 4 weeks of the competition, he's become the forward leader at the Knights, which is, saying something. It's credit to him. Softly spoken, lovely fella. You got the Fifita brothers there. I thought Jacob had a good game last week, but I think Leo is officially the leader of that pack now, and you know his brother's stated on the record that he wants to come. I believe the club will find a way to get that done.
100%, mate. He's another nice guy, like you said. He like softly spoken. He comes up to us after the game. With Porsche's got that sign now. You know, unleash the beast. Leo going like that, flexing his muscles. And he comes up and he comes past and shakes your hand. Hey, my brother. You know, like, he's just such a nice guy. Like, you know, awesome guy.
You know, when he was playing Union, you know, he was in the centres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul Harrigan used to be in the centres too.
Yeah, when
many
he
years
was
ago.
Junior.
Was that at the Curry Bulldogs?
I think it was Lakes.
No, Lakes United.
Speaking of which, Blake Ferguson's now with the Curry Bulldogs.
Yeah, Blake Ferguson played with the Curry Bulldogs.
Well, I think Blake Ferguson ate a Curry Bulldog. I saw the videos the other day. But yeah, good on him.
Oh, we won't go there. But
Keep him away from Cessnock.
no, well,
He lives there, I think. Nah.
Curry Bulldogs are going pretty good, but they've
they won,
always
I
got
think.
a good team.
Yeah.
The Curry have produced that many international rugby league football players.
Mark
It's ridiculous.
Hughes.
Mark Hughes,
Been a
Paul
long time
Harrigan.
since I've seen the
Harrigan.
local league
Little
up here, so.
Steve Lanane. I think he was.
What's his name?
That's who we
Sattler?
bought the house off.
Scotty Sattler.
No, is it Steve Lanane?
Yeah.
right.
No,
yeah.
Denny. Sorry, his brother.
Brother. Yeah, okay.
The Sattlers were originally from here.
Yeah.
Johnny Sattler.
Yeah.
So there you go. Nothing wrong with good old Curry.
Breed 'em tough in Curry.
Yeah, we do, don't we, babe? Anyway, mate, we appreciate you coming on, as always, champion.
Thanks, Dan. Pleasure.
And, Knights, you obviously this week?
Sorry, mate.
Take the Knights this week?
Oh, I take him without confidence, yeah. I think it's close. I got Knights by, maybe 4 points, but
Yeah.
a lot of weapons on that Bulldog side, which feels weird to say, but it's true. So.
Yeah, I was talking over the UHF on the radio at work today with a bloke. I put a bet on with him, and I was sort of gritting me teeth.
Why? Hang on, Paul. Why do you do that? Every time you make a bet, Ben, you never win. Whether it's with Penrith against Kylie or whatever it is, you curse the Knights every time you put a bet on.
Nah, well, he bet me, and I couldn't. I said nah, and he goes, "Oh, well, you're not a real good fan if you got no faith in your team." So I said, "Yeah, right, I've done." I had to back the boys.
Well,
so.
hopefully, old mate, he's cursed his side.
What's the bet?
Well, he'll be on the show next week if they lose. Put it that way.
So we won't see pictures of you in the dress.
Mowing the lawn. Or
We don't want to hear about your fantasies, Corey. Anyway, mate, we'll talk to you next week and hopefully with a win. So, all the best up there, mate. And, we'll talk to you soon.
Right, you mate. Thanks, guys.
Take
Cheers,
care.
mate.
Hey, champion, we'll take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Night of the Round. And I'll start them off this week. And I've got two because I can. KP on one leg, I thought he was great. And really sort of orchestrated us to nearly winning the game.
Yeah,
But I also have to throw a shout out to Leo Thompson, bro, because yet again was strong up the middle.
Bro.
Yeah.
Get some fish and chips, eh?
Yeah, Leo Thompson, bro. He was strong up the middle, but also really stood out, cleaning up two balls in particular too. That in defence,
That was-
the
Front row shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't be
I've never
there.
seen him move so fast.
Oh,
Like,
it
he's
was
a brilliant
good.
player, but
He's
Do you think it's the sign? The new sign?
I haven't seen it yet.
Porsche's sign.
Yeah, and our Porsche's shirts.
I haven't seen it.
could be.
Unleash the beast.
I'll have to.
Well,
I'll have to
he's
buy one
unleashing,
from
that's
our-
all right.
I'll have to get one.
Yeah,
Might buy one.
yeah, get them here at Nighttime Podcast, mate. They are unreal, them shirts. Unleash the beast.
All
Yeah.
the shirts are, aren't they?
Oh, aren't they? What?
Oh, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Even one with
Sale
us
rep
three
Gaz
on it.
over here.
They haven't got a Parramatta one done yet.
No, they wouldn't look that good.
Excuse me.
So what?
Hey,
He said
You
he's
wanna take
a
this
good
outside?
bloke.
hey.
Parramatta shirts off in the gravel, bro. So that one, I couldn't, obviously, KP stands out, but the little things that Leo does and the
Yeah, they were
yardage,
just- yeah.
He was really good in that middle 40 in the game. Like he was hitting the ball just as hard as he was when he started.
and he comes off and he's just But he sits on, has a rest and quick drink, and he wants to go on again.
He's pacing up and down.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you
And he
notice
turns
that.
around and he's like looking at O'Brien, get me on.
On there, looking up.
Anyway, Kenny.
Yeah, mate. It's KP, mate. I thought he almost won us that game with that run out of the backfield. He just ran straight.
He was in some pain too.
He's ran straight through, but
I reckon when he got his
no support.
faces, no pain.
No
it was
support.
Just,
That's the problem.
That one
Wasn't
from
it?
KP was brilliant.
If we had support, if he had someone or just even two players with him, I think we could have scored there.
Okay, I'm Adam O'Brien. We go through the review on Monday. First thing I say is support. Where is it?
Hey, mate, we say it all the time in juniors. All the time in juniors.
But there's so many
Don't
times
run on
this
your
year
own.
that we've lacked
Yeah,
that.
run.
I don't get it through.
Go with him. Run with him. Get players running with you.
We used to.
It's a
Was it Lockie Fitz that always used to back up?
Yeah.
He was good for it. Yeah.
Look, come on.
But Brazil always backs up too.
Yeah, but Frizzell's a different. Frizzell's Frizzell. Like,
He just does what
he does everything.
He's everywhere.
See, this is
He's-
where Dylan Lucas and co and they got to step up, and Adam Elliott and go, let's support, let's back up. And
yeah.
When's Frizz Camp coming back?
I think it's still a couple of weeks away. I think it's a grade
huge
2
loss.
or
Huge
something.
loss.
Grade 2 hamstring
But-
tear or something.
Saying that, the people that next man up got to have that mentality. I've got to
Yeah.
step into them shoes.
That's it.
There's a lot of hamstring injuries at the moment too.
Oh yeah,
A
there
lot of
is.
injuries
Yeah.
all over.
yeah.
Full stop.
It's
Corey.
Well, I wasn't at the game on Thursday night, but I sat at home watching it. There was quite a few players that stood out in Newcastle in that game. The way KP battled through that injury in that last
Yeah.
20 in the first
He's-
half, and his second half in general. Probably the one that I really liked and enjoyed watching was Kaitis Paul again. You
Yes.
know, that run and that line
Yes.
break.
yeah. He's
that's
starting to
brilliant. How,
He was
they
hard
let
to
him
leave
down.
out.
he's starting to get it.
couple of little
He's,
errors, but you know,
I said to
He
the
was good in defence too, actually.
He's
I said to the
Yeah.
wife
NRL.
before he put on a Knights jersey, didn't I? I said, you watch this kid, he's going to be something special, him and
Will Price.
Will Price. And I tell you
Well,
what,
I don't pick favourite players like I did as a kid, but if I was to pick one out of Newcastle, it'd definitely be him.
he's.
Yeah.
We need to wrap him and Pierce Paul,
And that's
Will
saying
Price up
something.
now. If not, people like the Roosters are going to come sniffing.
Well, apparently, Will Price has been killing it at New South
Oh,
Wales Cup,
100% he
apparently,
has.
so,
He's got a
yeah.
moon boot on, so he did that at the end of the game. So
Yeah.
I watched a bit of the highlights of that game, and even Gamble had a blinder in there.
I tell you what, I'm going to throw it out there, and I know he's a personal friend of us, but I tell you who's probably been the player of the New South Wales Cup for probably the last 3 weeks. I'm going to.
BJ.
Who do you think?
BJ.
100%. Brody Jones.
BJ.
He's playing a ball-playing lock sort of role.
He's playing. He's having a gun.
He's playing out of his skin, but what I can't understand is he can't get a start in first grade.
You can't. You just can't.
It reminds me back of the nights back in the late 90s, like when you had the Johns brothers in there, and you had the Kamali brothers coming through. They couldn't get in because of Andrew.
You know who he reminds me of? Daniel Abraham.
Yeah.
Remember Daniel
Yeah, sure.
Abraham?
But you know what kind of role he sort of
He reminds me of him.
filling like at the moment.
Chris.
A Kurt Mann role.
Yeah, yeah.
But when he
He's
debuted
killing
for
it.
Newcastle during the COVID time, didn't he fill in for a centre or something?
Yes,
As well.
and killed it.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try saving tackle, and then
That was
scored a
against Penrith,
Superman
wasn't
try.
it?
Yeah, and that
that
Cronulla
again?
game, that was against
Was it that
Cronulla.
14-0 draw against Penrith a few years
Yeah,
ago?
it was that
Oh,
one too.
that
Yeah.
game,
That was his
yeah.
debut game.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going
That when
to
they fought. The big no.
Yeah, it was
No,
14-0. That was in
no,
the
it was
COVID.
COVID Cup.
COVID
Yeah,
years.
it's
Ah.
Campbell
Yeah.
game. Campbelltown.
Yeah, absolute legend. I tell you what, you won't get a nicer guy than Brody
Well, I've
Jones.
met him a couple of times, and you know, I'd love to sit down and have a couple of beers with him.
Well,
We'd
I
like
can-
to have him back on the panel for a bit.
yeah. Oh, he even come here one night and was showing up and come inside and had a few beers. Or it was just general chat, and that's just
Yeah, right.
he's just a champion bloke. Like if you didn't know he's a
I'd be
footballer,
watching Brody.
Yeah.
and
He's-
he's
Oh,
an
a
absolute
gun.
legend.
I just, he's, mate, he's.
And I tell you what, one thing he appreciates the support he gets from all the fans.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a top bloke.
100% in
Top bloke.
Anyway,
My night of the round is Ponga.
Oh,
just
thought you were gonna
because
say mine.
you could just see the pain in his, like he was just in so much pain and he just soldiered on.
100% he did, and you did right. Like the agony was there, and he was just
Oh,
like,
you could see it. Yeah.
He didn't want to come on.
yeah, no, as he said, he's not going to take himself off.
I was surprised he come back.
His words, pull himself off.
I saw him on the TV. They had the camera in at the Knights dressing room, and he's come out of the room, and he's got a big smile on his face, running into the team meeting, and out comes Blake Green with a big smile on my face. And I'd love to know what happened beyond that door.
Yeah, no, I've noticed they've changed in the dressing rooms too. They're not down the end no more. They're in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been sussing it out?
Yeah. Well, last time I actually refed, I refed at McDonald Jones for a school comp.
Oh, there
And
you go.
I did the old sneakeroo and I
Maybe
got
the
a little
women's are going
video.
down.
Yeah,
Dean would
so-
be like, where's Gambles?
Got escorted out too.
No,
by
it would be like
security.
Leo and Gamble.
Oh, my bad.
We can't leave out there.
Yeah, no, I had to go for a sus. I had to do it. Oh, they got pools down in there. They got you walk in.
I didn't realise him.
Yeah.
I was talking to
Both dressing rooms, the away as well.
I was talking to there's another thing, Brody. We were talking to Brody and said, "Yeah, I'm going in early this morning for a swim." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, we've got pools now. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
they
you
got a
didn't
pool
know?
in there. Yeah, it's not massive, but it's more long than it is width. But it's a recovery pool.
pool.
Yeah.
Cool, yep.
Yes.
Well, everyone's gone for KP, which is deserved. I'm going for Bradman Best. He had the most running metres in the Knights team at 274.
Nice.
Yes.
Then with a note with Joey Manu, who had the most of the Roosters at a whopping 347 metres. Has anyone ever beat that in a single game?
I might be. I'll talk to you about something
I think
later.
it was a record. I think.
I'll talk to you about something
Yeah, I'm
later.
pretty sure he broke a record.
Let's hold 2 segments and I'll pipe back in on that one.
Right, yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
how good did he play? But
Yeah. Oh, Bradman's good.
Bradman's always
Yeah.
up there.
Wait, you're talking about
He's
Bradman?
always leading
I
by
was talking about Joey.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah,
Joey
Brad-
played good.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, if Joey doesn't play as good as he did that night, we probably win the
Win
game.
game. Yeah.
So that
He was all over
he
it.
was our ponger realistically.
But Bradman is a workhorse.
Oh yeah, he's a good fella too. Like, Bradman come over the fence. I said, "Time for a bit more ink," and he's like, "Yeah." So, no, it's good that when the players are like that and they can have a joke and a laugh.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I take my hat off to Jack Harrington this week.
Yeah.
He was just. I turned to the guy. I thought, wow,
Mr. One Percenter. He's
What
just
a legend! He's straight over to us. He said, "Oh, so
101%.
sorry, guys. Hey,
It's because of the culture he comes from.
yeah, Penrith."
But I've also noticed.
Hey,
Coggle
Oi,
was just as
He's
nice.
a Valo.
Yes.
He's a Valo Junior.
Yes,
He's a
and
Valo Junior.
Don't worry about that.
I must say too, Jack Cogger. Shout out
But
Big
yeah, I
Cog.
know he's originally Newcastle born.
Yeah.
But he come from Penrith.
Seeing that we had the sign and there was only a few minutes to go for how they have the time to come around the ground.
Yeah.
So he went and said, "Leo, hey Leo, don't forget the kids up here with your sign." He's gone, "Oh, bang!" And Leo just went past everyone and over to us. And well, good on Cogger because we probably would have missed him
Missing. Yeah.
because of that time they have.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, Cogs went and got him. So well,
I've also noticed
shout out to
this
Cogs.
year, like the early on in the season, like we had a shocking start last year at the start of the season, but Newcastle as a team this year is a lot better than what they were last year. So
Penrith will play you back into form. Isn't that what
Yeah,
happened
true.
last
I'm
year?
looking forward to that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. We
You
got
know
to kick
what?
up the ass.
Yeah, and then you come back and won 10 in a row. You're welcome.
There's
We've got the doggies next week. It was 66-0 last year.
Oh, come on, mate.
Same ground.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
But
they're probably going to give it to us doggy style. Anyway. I'm going to throw it out there, right? You hear too much bad press about players, right? So I'm going to give a new thing each week where our little dragon hats off to any players that have done something good. Any stories like the two Jacks and that of the week. And, that'll be our little dragon cheers of the week. Because there's too much bad stuff you hear, but you never hear all the good stuff these players do.
If Jack was on an elephant, would you help him off?
No, but I'll give him a ladder.
What about Tyson on an elephant?
I'll give him a ladder. But you know what I mean? Like, there's too much. You never hear the good that these players do. If they do
Yeah.
something bad like May, they're
it's
straight
always
on to it.
negative. Yeah.
But you never hear the good stuff. Like, you never hear about Leo and Tyson going to give me their jerseys this year. Good on them.
And even if
They
you're
just don't know about it.
Even if you're a
Not
fan
yet.
of another club, let us know on the Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
page. We'd love to
100%.
hear it.
Not just Knights. I want to hear about every player. Because I'll tell you what, there's too much negativity. He's done this bad again. But you never hear the good stuff.
Well,
So,
what caught my eye involves
Okay.
a nice thing.
all right. All right, let's move on. Player of the round this week, and I'll kick her off again. I've got two because I can, and I will. because I couldn't decide. Viliame Kickow and Mitch Barnett. Kylie.
Yes?
Yeah, your player of the ring.
Mine's Josh Aloiai. I think that's how you say it. Because he went to pressure Sean Johnson at the end of the Warriors versus Manly game and slightly bumped into Johnson's leg.
Yeah.
Johnson carried on like he had a broken leg until they received the penalty, which evened up the score,
Yeah,
which ended in a
Lachlan
tie.
Hills, yeah.
I just feel like he was so hard done by that.
He was, but he
he's-
was, but he wasn't. It's a hard.
It's a hard match.
It was soft, but in the rules of the game,
What do you do? Right.
as long as that continues, that rule.
Oh yeah, as long as they keep. See, now they're cutting down on it because what happened to Lachlan Ilias in
Yes.
reserve grade like a couple of weeks ago, or was it last weekend?
But wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the
his
nights-
leg was actually fractured.
Yeah, and
so-
he's out for a few, like 5 or 6 months.
Tyson
Oh, I
Gamble
think
got
they did.
smashed like that last year. Nothing happened.
Yeah, no, you got bit.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, I
You
not
want to
too
play?
sure
him
whether
when
he could come back. I don't know if you could. That'd be hard.
What's that?
Breaking your leg down where he did, and he broke it just. I
Oh.
think it was
Look at
fractured just
Pappenhausen.
above,
Yeah.
above the ankle
Poor
there.
bloke gets dropped
Yeah.
and then gets a broken leg.
Leg. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, mate. See you later.
No, I think for the
Anyway,
season.
Gareth.
I can't see him coming back at the
My
end.
player of the round was Kickow as well.
Yeah.
He was averaging 110 metres per game in the last 2 games. He's been forced looking like he was when he was playing with the Panthers.
100%.
And Kickow now is equal on the Dally M with Ponga.
Yeah.
Two players that utterly deserve it.
Yep.
So yeah, I can't. You know,
Oh, he's improved
It's-
this year. This is his second year at the Bulldogs.
He's
Like, I think he's
He's
found his
good.
feet there, and he's in a good place. And you know,
Helps having Crichton there with him too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they're
Are
good
they
mates
on the
too,
same
aren't
edge? Is it
yeah.
Crichton on the same? I think
It probably
they are.
is.
Crichton's
Yeah, probably
playing
is.
fullback.
So I know it's Burton.
Yeah.
No, but normally he's been playing in the centres, but I think they are on the same edge.
Yeah, Crichton. When Crichton was at Penrith, I think he was running inside.
No, but the Bulldogs too. I think
What-
they're on the same edge.
What
as
that
the
bloke
Dogs.
offers to the Dogs is unbelievable, Crichton.
That's
Yeah,
a good buy
yeah.
by Bulldogs. You know, they've
Oh.
done a good job.
Like everyone says, Viliame Kickout was a huge loss to Penrith. This bloke's a huge loss to Penrith.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Um,
Am I that bad?
Jerome's going to
No,
be a
just
bad
the way.
loss to Penrith. Nothing will be as worse, bigger loss than Crichton.
Yeah.
Crichton could, like, I don't know.
But, you know what? But one thing Penrith's got,
Cleary.
next man up mentality.
100%.
So
100%.
you know
But
what I
it's
mean.
like when you learn
So,
to
so
swim and they
whatever Cleary's giving them or telling them,
You know what it is?
they've got it. So
It's a Krispy Kreme donut.
It reminds me of when you're learning to swim and they take your kickboard away and you panic and you're like, oh, shit, how am I going to handle this?
yeah.
That's
But-
how I feel.
But you did right, but it is, and
They
yeah.
just got it. I don't know.
He
It's,
used the kickboard.
And
but
credit's
how,
got to
how
go
long?
to
Still
Like,
do,
that,
yeah.
that's the other factor too. Is like how long's it going to last? You know,
Well, it's lasted the last 3
they could be
years.
they could be dominant for the next 20 years, like the
100%.
Storm and the Roosters have.
I'm just not feeling
But-
it this year.
Yeah,
you will.
You're not.
There's not a team that's standing out. Melbourne's going pretty good, but yeah.
There's no, you did right, but there's no team that got stamping their foot on it yet.
Yeah.
But
But
last
it's
year,
only early.
last
It's
3
true.
years, Penrith were just,
Dominant.
and this year, I don't know. I guess we'll
That's
see.
hard to pick.
Yeah.
You know, at the start of the season, I would have said Penrith.
What even with Cleary there or without?
With.
Well, last year they could
With-
play without
Yeah.
Cleary there.
Yeah.
Oh, even this year to a certain
Yeah,
still
figure.
winning,
Cogger was
but-
huge for us.
But then Crichton was there as well. You know, he's a
But my point with Penrith is, and I know I talk about it a lot, is Dylan Edwards. He just
He's
goes.
underrated.
He's
Underrated.
He's got to be in the top
Yeah.
5 fullbacks of the competition.
Yeah.
And
he's
if,
eligible for New South Wales, isn't he?
and he should be the New South Wales fullback. I don't care about
I'd
Teddy's.
love to see
Teddy's
Teddy's
couple of-
KP in State of Origin level. That'd be a good matchup.
But see, I
Last
don't.
couple of years, I think he's been playing better than Tedesco. So.
Yeah, and I don't like this. Oh, but he's the incumbent captain. I don't care. If you're
Yeah.
not warranted, you shouldn't get it.
That's what Michael Maguire. That's the coaching he's bringing to New
100%.
South Wales now.
Good stuff.
That's his mentality.
Mm.
It's not because he's been here the last couple of years. Because he's captain. No, I'm going to pick the best players that are playing the best football at the moment. So
So Leo Thompson bro gets a start.
that's how it's going to be. Yeah. So, but which I like. I like.
Yeah,
I like a
100%.
lot.
I love it.
That's-
I've been saying that all my life.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can he?
Michael Maguire might do that. Yeah.
Oh, your player.
Player of the round.
Oh, player of the
Oh,
Who
round.
stood out to you?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard. Who? Oh.
Oh, Leo Thompson. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. Good work. Yeah, Leo. Good on you, mate.
No,
Yeah.
there's so many you could pick from, really.
No, it's
Even
yeah.
Connor Watson.
SJ played all right.
Mm,
Yeah.
there's a few.
I think
Sean
Johnson
Johnson.
played all
He
right.
should be playing soccer.
That try he scored. I think, like the commentator said, he shouldn't have scored that. So,
No.
yeah, I'll give it to SJ.
I tell you what, but that's got to be the call of the night. Sean Johnson should be playing soccer.
I mean,
Yeah.
He'll do that better.
Cruz in winter, in the middle of winter, he got a soccer ball kicked in his face. Mate, you could feel the pain from the sideline. And Sean Johnson carried on worse than Cruz did.
Remember Jeremy Marshall King last week? When that ball hit him in the face? Was it last week or week 4?
Right, yeah. And he's
That's what happened to Paul Cruz.
Did you see?
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
That's what happened to Cruz in
So he got
playing
a foul.
soccer.
It was
Knocked his head back.
like
His eyes
point
went-
blank. Like, yeah.
But mate, Cruz's worst was his own teammate that did it.
He sort of
and
fell
it
to
was
his
winter.
knees and he turned, his head turned, and he was like,
Yeah.
There's two things in
Like-
football that hurt really bad. It's getting a kick in the face with a ball or kicking the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on a cold day. Anyway.
Pain.
I think,
No, thanks.
nah,
Yep,
that
then
hurts.
that's and
Your player of the round.
Wow, there's so many to choose from. A lot of players, big names stepped up. A lot of younger guys stepped up this week. It's hard to really pick one.
Well, pick one.
One that impressed me the most, and I want to go away from my own team here. The best game I've probably seen in a long while was Addo Carr.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
You
How
know,
can you not
like,
like
Joshy
it reminded me
boy.
back in the Melbourne days when he was there.
Let's try.
Yeah, Addo Carr definitely was.
Yeah, I'll give him
big
credit
one
there.
stood out.
Credit
call.
where credit's due, and yeah, he was.
That's,
He did play.
that's his first hat trick for a while, I think.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did too, didn't he? He scored a hat trick. Yeah.
All right, moving on to what caught my eye this week. Gary.
Tigers versus St George game. Abbey went on to a conversion with the two touchies. One had his flag up, one had it down. I'm not quite sure what the touchies are doing, and they can't get a simple call right.
Speaking of a ref and being
You
like
got the
doing
same,
this-
have you?
He copies.
That is
well,
there.
speaking because I do ref junior rugby league, you know. Like, okay, so as soon as that touchy waves his flag, waves it away, that's it. It's waved away.
One of them
Even,
had
even
it
if
up.
that
One-
doesn't count.
One was up, one was down.
Yeah, it's you go by the one that's waving it
Oh.
away.
No, I'll go with him.
So that's just
The
the,
bunker
rule.
come through
That's,
and-
yeah, that's
thought it
that's
was
just the
like-
rule in the book.
Like my understanding of it, like I was trying to read the rule book this week. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
Maybe to half the refs.
Makes yeah, right.
yeah.
Like
Friday, it's Thursday
I
night.
thought it was if the flag was up, one of the touchies saw it go through, and the other one's not sure, so he leaves it down.
Went to the.
I thought that was
ref.
the understanding
Yeah,
from
well,
my perspective.
You've got to go with the one that waves it away.
Back in 1903, that's how they used to do it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Back in
It's changed.
1903.
But it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
like
not old.
it's not like Abbey to
1908 we
miss.
started playing
from
rugby
the
league
front.
here, mate.
No, that
But
was.
can't they use the video technology? To,
They did.
They did.
Well, they
did.
did.
They did. And
But-
yeah.
Kenny cut in on me and didn't let me finish. It went to the bunker and one didn't go over.
But what were you
I
saying?
wasn't cutting in. I was just putting an example there.
Okay.
What were
I
you
was just
saying?
letting you know that they do. See, like in junior rugby league or lower competition games,
They
there
use a
is
bunker.
there is no bunker, so you got to go with the way that waves it away.
The minus.
It's not like Abbey to miss from
Yeah,
right
you
in
can
front.
do it,
No, that's right.
but
Happy
did you-
Coruscant
did you see
kicks it
when he
from the
kicked-
sideline.
Did you see when he kicked it though? He did run in a bit weird, and I don't know if you noticed it.
Maybe he had to go to the loo again.
I remember
Oh.
saying, I wonder if he's still sick because he was
Yeah.
sick the week before.
Yeah. had squirts.
Okay.
Speaking of goal
Rightio.
kickers,
probably
I-
worried he was
well,
gonna
I watched
slip
the
it out.
Knights game, and when KP was injured, and then Dane Gagai kicked that goal from the sideline.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm going to need a lot of beeps, but I'm not going to say it. I was like, what the?
He proved a lot of people wrong.
Like that?
Daryl
He's not a known
Halligan.
kicker.
Daryl Halligan, mate. That's what
Yeah.
that is. They've got Daryl Halligan in.
Yeah.
So now you notice KP. KP hasn't missed a kick
No.
all year. Like,
He's-
to start
yeah.
the year.
Did you see Bradman Best had a shot at goal too at training?
Did he kick it?
No.
Oh, he
That
hasn't
could've been what
Yeah,
caught
but
your
no.
eye.
Apparently they got Daryl Halligan in working on their goal kicking.
What at Newcastle?
So yep.
Okay. I had a backup what caught my eye. So you go first and then I have mine.
Well, mine is Stefano Uta whatever.
Ukamanu.
The Tigers player.
Ukamanu or something?
He went and shook hands with the security guard right after he scored in the 14th minute. Bless him. Is that your other?
That was me backup.
Also, I would like to make mention of the near full capacity stadium. They weren't very vocal though, as much as they should have been, which may have helped the Tigers put on a better performance. Who
Yeah,
knows?
there was a crowd there in that game, mate.
What they get? 10,000?
Sell
I
out?
think so. It was a
Yeah, we get
sold
that
out.
in the wet.
Well, it's 17 or something, wasn't it? Or more.
It's a good atmosphere down there.
Yeah, no, it was
Down, yeah, it's a small stadium.
It's a small
It's a small stadium.
Yeah.
It was packed.
There was a lot
Well,
of
that
empty
area-
seats.
It looked good.
though.
It looked good when they
Was
packed.
it
That
sell
area where
out?
he scored, it's sort of roughly the area when I took my son. He's a Tigers
It's
fan.
a hill, isn't it? Sort of
No,
like you got a couple of seats and it
These
goes
girls
up.
right down here, right?
Oh, if you know a few people,
They're
you
having
might
their
be able
own
to get in the
conversations.
seats.
Yeah.
Beautiful ground to go to.
Kenny?
No, I caught my eye. It's the referee, to be honest with you.
How good it was?
Yeah, oh yeah, mate, it was gold.
One of the best.
No, it wasn't. It was shocking.
It was pretty good.
There was a couple of games there where, like, I'm not saying all the games. I said majority of the games weren't too bad, but there was 2 games that stood out, and the refereeing was appalling. And that was that Canberra Titans game and our game. All the rest of the games weren't too bad. They were officiated all right. But those 2 games, they were appalling.
Subpar.
And you look at like, I think with when the girls are reffing, nothing against this, but look at the 10 metres. I don't know if you go to the game. We were at that Dragons game, right? And the blonde-haired referee
Belinda
lady,
Sharp.
yeah, she was refereeing. The 10 metres was huge. It was massive. It was more like they're playing the ball on the 50 and she's got them back well past the 40.
But in our defence, the kitchen is not very big, so it's really hard for us to judge what 10 metres is.
I had the pleasure of going to a game down at Amy Park, and good old Mr. Klein was the ref on the Melbourne-Brisbane game, and the 10 metres was atrocious.
What, was it big or was he taking back too far or was it small?
When Brisbane had the ball, Melbourne was back at least 12 to 13.
Yeah.
When Melbourne had the ball, Brisbane were back at least 8.
Yeah, right.
So it was shocking.
Yeah.
Anyway, what caught my eye? We're gone. Corey?
You tried.
You tried, yeah. Good work.
We pinched his.
Didn't
I
really,
like it. I like
didn't really
it.
get the chance to watch a lot of rugby league this weekend, but the one thing that really stood out, I mentioned it at the start of the show, was the moment of respect that the Dragons and Tigers done on the weekend.
Yeah.
Was, that's probably the best thing, and well done to them.
Yeah, that was good. Anyway, I'll forfeit mine for this week. It's time for a bit of humour.
Sorry, Smita.
Sure. You have to give me more warning next time.
Oh, well, you know, yeah, sorry about that.
Great minds think alike, don't they, Carl?
Oh, I was just, yeah, a little bit put off by my answers being stolen.
We didn't steal them because we didn't know that's what you had.
Yeah, I reckon there's a bit of copying over here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's a bit of the old over the shoulder, like high school, isn't it?
Oh, look at Smith. Oh, Smith's answer's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could print things off right now.
Yeah, true. Oh, I'll let you away with that one.
A few minutes before the services started, Satan appeared at the front of the church. Everyone started screaming and running for the front entrance, trampling each other in a frantic effort to get away from evil incarnate. Soon the church was empty except for one elderly gentleman who sat calmly in his pew without moving, seemingly oblivious to the fact that God's ultimate enemy was in his presence. So Satan walked up to the man and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man replied, "Yep, sure do." "Aren't you afraid of me?" Satan asked. "Nope, sure ain't," said the man. "Don't you realise I can kill you with one word?" asked Satan. "Don't doubt it for a minute," returned the old man in an even tone. "Did you know that I can cause you profound, horrifying agony for all eternity?" persisted Satan. "Yep," was the calm reply. "And you are still not afraid?" asked Satan. "Nope," said the old man. More than a little perturbed, Satan asked, "Why aren't you afraid of me?" The man calmly replied, "Been married to your sister for 48 years.
You got another one?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I don't know.
Yep.
All right.
Far away.
A married couple in their 60s are visited by a fairy who grants them both a wish. I want to travel around the world with my darling husband, says the wife. 2 tickets for a luxury cruise appeared in her hand. Husband says, sorry, but my wish is to have a wife 30 years younger than me. Fairy waves wand and husband becomes 92. Moral of the story, men who are ungrateful bastards should remember fairies are female.
I'm grateful. That was a good one too. I like that.
Not really.
No, I did. That was good.
I can't top the one from the other week.
I remember we had a fairy on the show last year. Remember that? We had a fairy on the show last year.
With pink butterfly
Pink
wings.
butterfly wings and stuff. Remember that? Dancing around. Yeah.
We might have to get them to make an
Chris?
appearance.
Yeah, might have to make an appearance.
He, her, she, him.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Jim?
someone lost the bet, didn't they?
No, I think that's just the usual attire.
Might have to do a bit of a flashback on that one.
Oh, are you keen to do it?
No.
Oh.
It
Yeah.
doesn't fit.
Another one, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it? That's it for you this
That's
week?
it.
Panthers are back?
Yes, against the Tigers, our kryptonite. I think
That's
it
how
was.
the back is, isn't it?
Yes.
Carrington
Well,
Park.
Penrith are good out there.
As long as it
Oh,
doesn't
they
rain.
weren't last year.
Last year it rained and we were woeful. We
That's-
were out for dinner and I was nearly crying.
Speaking of Panthers, our annual Knights Panthers trip's on again this year.
Yeah.
We've
I've
got,
seen that.
yeah,
I've
got a
seen
bus lined
Yeah.
up for with Port Stephens coaches again.
Well, you have to leave that with me. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
keen
Sunday
to go
game,
down
but it'll
there.
be a full day.
Can they pick me up from my house? I'm just 10 minutes down the road.
Oh, yeah.
We'll meet you Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
You can walk, eh?
And yeah, so get on board. There's tickets selling pretty fast. Like people are booking their seats in. I think we've already got about nearly 20 already booked in. So yeah.
Well, because I'll probably get a decent crowd down there, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They have been getting decent crowds.
Oh, Penrith get a
lately,
decent crowd no matter what.
Yeah.
That,
So-
have you ever been there, Kenny? Down there?
No,
Oh,
I haven't.
great atmosphere.
No, I haven't.
And we'll take the cameras, obviously, with
There's
this
a
trip.
little stadium, apparently. It's not
And
that big.
might even do a food critique on it again this year.
He's still doing them.
Oh, the
got
food,
some good-
the food
Got
down
some
at
pulled
Penrith.
pork and all that sort of stuff.
That was at the club.
They got
wasn't
big
it?
Pluto pups,
Yeah.
and I mean,
What was the pulled pork or something you said they had? Or they got pulled pork rolls or something?
yeah, toasted sandwiches,
Yeah, right.
and what do you call them?
You know-
Cinnamon
you know what
donuts.
I'd like to see at a game. Some lamb, hot gravy, roast
Oh,
rolls
yum.
or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Fresh bread.
They've got
what?
they've got stuff
Or
like that
crunchy rolls.
there.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what,
something like that.
Penrith have the best food.
Yeah,
For
until they
what was that?
renovate the stadium and then it'll be like everything else.
You know, and then you got your.
Are they going to put it like Newcastle, like McDonald Jones, have the stands on both?
Sure.
I know they got the stand on, but apparently
on both
they're
sides
they're
already.
outdated.
Yeah.
But seriously, we'll take the cameras and we us boys and Kylie will
Oh, that was close.
we'll go and get sample all the food and we'll do a rating out of it and we're gonna
That's
get
across the road, isn't it, over at the club?
no, it's
at
in the ground.
At the ground.
In the ground. The ground, the food in the ground
There's
is
a big variety in the ground.
It's phenomenal. It
What
is-
over on that eastern stand there?
oh,
No,
I
it's
don't
as
know
you
what
first
side it is.
walk in.
As you first
Yeah.
walk in the main gate,
Okay.
there's all these different food vans all the way along there. And it's awesome. Like the Pluto Pops, man, you'd be a good Pluto Pop lover, wouldn't you?
I love my Pluto Pops.
Yeah, I thought so. They're a bit they're massive. And I tell you,
Like a battered Sav, too.
we won't go there. I bet you know another panel member that's not on here tonight that's had a few. But yeah, we'll
Must
do
be
it.
the name.
Yeah, maybe.
Battered sav.
I'm from this stand.
I actually don't mind me battered sabs. I mean, ones
There's two of
that are
us.
cooked in hot oil.
But no,
and
the food is amazing. Hey, honestly, we'll compare it to the stadiums we go to this year. But we'll do a we're going to be taking the cameras. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with Penrith too. So those that are watching from the Penrith area, I know it's a fair way away yet, but we're going to have shirts. We're going to have heaps of giveaways for that day. So yeah, the crew will be out in numbers, and yeah, it's going to be a massive day for us. We love it.
We should do a meet and greet maybe before the game or something.
Oh, it's a meet and greet at the food hut.
There's a pub across there.
Yeah, no, we go to the club for dinner too, don't we, or lunch? It's really nice.
Yeah, we
place.
always fill up at the club and then we're at the ground going,
Ground,
I'm too full for any of this.
Maybe we'll have a drink and a cocktail or something at the club.
Cocktail bar doesn't open till like 5 or
Yeah,
6.
true.
What time's the game start that day?
it's a 4:05 game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by
No,
the
it's
time we get
earlier.
over
It's
there-
2 o'clock game.
Oh, yeah, it is too.
Oh, is
So
it?
by the time we
Yeah,
get
that's
over
right.
there,
Oh, it's
the
at
bar will
2
be
o'clock.
open.
11:45, the gates open.
But the
I
bus
think,
will
I think.
leave probably.
Oh, okay, so it's at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's the early one.
okay.
But
Might have to pay him a bit extra to stay an extra hour or two.
I'd like to stay down there in that new hotel there
Yeah,
they've
we'll-
just built.
we've got we're going down to in the box there.
Whose box are you sitting in?
Yours, bud. Anyway, all right. Thanks for coming on tonight.
this is
and,
a
Good way to cut the conversation
No,
short.
footy podcast. Isn't it?
No, it's after dark talk now.
there's we did a little bit of fundraising for a young kid that had brain cancer. One of the
okay.
blokes,
Young
Yeah,
Xavier,
yeah.
isn't it?
yeah, one of the blokes that run it said he's got a box down there that we can come down for the night. And
Have you got any update
right.
of young
no, I haven't
Xavier?
heard much on that. So yeah, and
Is
Kylie.
that, it's not the one a couple of years ago that did the the one that he fell off the quad?
No,
it's
that's
a different one.
Yeah, no, we do so many.
Yeah.
To be honest, and there's another one we're doing with.
Because I know the Panthers did a lot with him.
Yeah.
Like Cleary even jumped the fence and went up and
Oh, right.
yeah, sort
Yeah,
of.
we're doing another one with give jerseys away. Like if people see us with jerseys all the time getting signed, they're not for eBay. We give them away. We buy them out of our own pockets and get them signed, and we donate them to people that need them. Like there's another one with the kitchen mob. That's another poor fellow's got brain cancer, and there's a fundraiser on next week, I think. So we've got jerseys, and we get them signed and donate to them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, if people see one of us or out there all the time getting signed stuff, it's not for eBay at all. Which someone has
Charity.
said before. No, but we donate everything to charity. So
The Heaters
Yeah.
are going to keep eating, mate. That's
that's it. Anyway, thanks for your input tonight as usual. You make us look good.
Doubt it.
Yeah,
That's the jersey, though.
yeah, that's right.
That's what you think.
I know where my bread's buttered.
Where do you live, Cory?
Sydney.
Down near Penrith?
Western Sydney.
Yes.
Where am I from? Newcastle.
That's not the point. You moved away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went there for work.
Excuses.
Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Anyway, thanks for coming on again tonight, and we'll take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
Yeah, g'day, Shannon. How are we all?
Oh,
Yeah, not too
God.
bad.
Good, mate, good.
I know this voice. I've got to listen to it all day. It's one of my work colleagues, Shannon, other known as Garfield. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, man, good. How are you?
Mate,
We didn't interrupt you eating lasagna, did we? Or
No, not at all. Just finished it. I just finished it.
Yeah,
So.
right, yeah. Good work.
mate,
good work.
what's your question for us, mate?
My question is, how do you guys think that this week's match between the Doggies and the Knights will go? You know, well, the Bulldogs being in pretty good form after very nearly beating the Storm last week, and Tonga being out this week. I think the Dogs are definitely the favourites. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be a good game.
I'm going to put one here for you first.
Yeah.
I'll put a bet on him with you.
What's the bet?
The Dogs lose. You've got to be on the panel next week.
Mate, the Dogs aren't going to lose, so it's a bit of a catch-22 there for you, isn't it?
I think he's a Bulldog supporter.
He
is
is,
he?
yeah. So,
Blue and white army.
We have Kurt Mann back. We want Kurt Mann back.
yeah, no, so righto. How confident are you with your team?
I'm pretty bloody confident this week sort of thing, you know. Well, they're in fine form, so...
All right, I'll put it on there too. You know, I'll back my team. Yeah.
Nudie run. Is that what you said, nudie run?
Oh, we don't want to know about your fantasies.
We've got a swimming pool outside the door here. We can nudie run straight in the pool.
No. If the Knights lose, I'll shout you a 6-pack of Little Dragon.
We're a Bulldog.
Rightio. I'll hold you to that too.
Righto, done.
We're
All
a
right.
Bulldogs jersey next week.
Oh, wearing that garbage? No.
Yeah, there's an idea, right?
Unfortunately, I think the Dogs are going to give us a real hot run.
It's going to be tough.
Especially with Tonga being out, so...
Is
What-
Ponga out? No, he's named, isn't he?
No, you see,
What do you think they'll win by?
We haven't done the team list yet.
I'm going to go at least 6.
By
By
6.
six.
Yeah, at least by 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Knights by 8.
But last time Newcastle played the Bulldogs,
Knights by 8, you think?
Leo Thompson
Mhm.
score.
last time Newcastle played the
Oh,
Dogs,
yeah.
there it was 66-0. So can I go 66 difference?
Was that was at home, but wasn't it?
No, that was
was
down
it a
there.
call?
Down there, was it? I
Down
can't
to
remember.
there.
It's last year.
Yeah, nah, but I suppose with your 2,000 fans, you might get home. We get that at a training session. But
Oh, yeah.
So it's lucky it's not at Belmore. I'd be a bit worried if it was at Belmore, but yeah.
Crichton, Kickow, Addo Carr.
Yeah, it's
going to be hard.
If we don't turn up, they're going to
Bulldogs are coming
like,
on fire.
like just to be honest. What you don't think what happened last year down there at a core stadium. You don't think that's going to be sitting still raw, in their minds, thinking, this team, last time they come here, they gave us a touch up. I think it's time to return the favour.
And I tell you what, I'm glad Kerman's not playing because he'll have a point to prove. Anyway, mate, hopefully that answers your call, and you've heard it here first. It's on the podcast, so you can't pull out of next week if you lose. So let's see.
I think I'm going to feel a sickness coming on, actually, So.
Yeah.
That's
the blue and white jersey.
That's an everyday sickness. Don't you worry.
COVID 24.
No. What's the cat's disease they get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the PG show, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, Garfield, thanks for coming on, champion, and
No worries at all.
you better get some beauty sleep, and I'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you next
Thanks
week.
for having me, guys, and go the doggies.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
good,
cutting
mate,
out,
all
mate.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. Cheers.
Thanks,
No
champion.
worries. See you, mate.
All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Well, hello, team.
Hello, Simon.
Man.
How are we, boys and girls? Are we well?
Yeah, maybe we need a bloody segment now called Simon Says. He's on every week.
No, thanks.
Well, I've got nothing else to do. Terence is off prepping and preening in the mirror or something, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
What was he pruning?
Preening, Gary.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got his
I
hearing
got
aids
to
are not on.
hearing aid up. Yeah, sorry.
Reckon you do. He's just playing with his plumage.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, mate, what's your question for us this week, buddy?
Well, notwithstanding the atrocious refereeing that we saw this weekend, and the fact that it seems that nobody can get a bloody tip right,
I did.
I
Sorry.
must say I was quite taken with the Rabbits Anzac jersey.
Is that the blue and white one of the naval?
Yeah.
Is it?
Hello, sailor. Yeah.
Are they going to run out of the soundtrack of the Village People?
Oh, yeah. There's look, everyone knows that knows me knows Anzac Day is my
it's
favourite.
huge.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yep.
I've got 4 or 3 of the first ever Anzac jersey of the Knights, and obviously the one that recently came out. But this year's, I just don't think there was a lot of thought put into the Knights one.
No, it's a little bit weak. It's a bit limp, isn't it?
I think so. Oh, stop it.
So, I think you got it. Have you gone in and seen them like face?
No, just off.
off
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
I just think you look at the Knights, and then you look at someone like whose was it today? The Warriors.
They always do a good one.
And the Warriors is outstanding, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's probably the best I've seen for a long time. And I think the Cowboys is
Yeah.
another good one.
The Cowboys is always.
And then you look at the Knights, and it's just like the Indigenous one. I don't want to be racist. I'm not being racist here at all. But the Indigenous one gets a lot of detail done to it and a lot of effort because they let the Indigenous community do it. Okay, if they can't seem to do it right, let someone else have a go at doing the design, maybe.
It looks like a bit of a PTSD nightmare, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Has it got? Is it like Newcastle Beach and
I
Nobbies and
think
that?
so,
I
but
think
it's
like
very
one of the,
hard.
Jets from Williamstown. It looks very similar to last year's Anzac jersey.
Yeah, to me, like the first one we did, outstanding. This one, it's just so hard to see. And let's step away. Okay, I know it's one of our old school sort of designs, but let's step away from all that. Let's make this a standalone, stand out there. Like, I did a couple on my phone mucking around there the other day, and by all means, I'm far from perfect with my designs. Like, they're just, crayons. But, excuse me, mine were, without floating me boat, had more detail and effort put into it than the Knights one, I feel.
Yeah.
And let's step away from making it look like an old school this one or old school that one. Let's stand this one out so people can go, bang, I know that's the Anzac one. Let's, give it a rule.
Real,
Do you
yeah,
agree?
yeah.
Every
Yeah,
other club's done the same. Like, Simon's talking about the Sailor jersey. It's South. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but we'll see if we can get photo up there.
It does look a little bit like the Cowboys jersey, which, to be quite honest, I like.
A cowboy or a sailor?
Well, I like both.
But no, they are really good jerseys.
Yeah. Even the South one they did last year.
Yeah.
That was the grey and...
There's someone's come out too with a camouflage one this year. I'm not sure who it was. I have seen them. But
Gee, you'll never see them coming, will you?
but the Roosters even did a red and blue camouflage one. Oh, God.
Okay, I understand all the clubs are doing some really nice jerseys. Would you also agree or think that just for one round, the sponsors on the jerseys can go, okay,
No,
this week?
I'm happy for them to stay. But, okay, for example, I did one, I'll show you off air, with the NIB logo. All it was white. The lettering was white. It still stood out their logo, but it fitted better with the jersey.
Camouflage, was it?
No, not this one. I could do that. But in the break, I'll show you. And then when we come back on and, see what you think.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
But, I'm only amateur. I'm far, and, this is done on a phone.
I'd like to know who's actually putting or designing them or
100%.
Getting behind and doing the
To be honest, I would
designs,
love to have a crack at it one year.
Yeah.
Just the Anzac one.
leave it in the fans' hands or
Yeah,
something.
100%.
Should we put a poll up on the socials? Which club did it better this year?
Yeah, well, let's get into it this week, and we'll get them all up and see. Because this round means the most to me. Like, this is
It's next week, isn't it? Next round. Next weekend, I think.
Not this weekend,
and we're
but the
not
weekend
home.
after.
Yeah, no, we're... Dolphins.
Yeah,
It is very disappointing, and to be honest, sometimes I do wonder what happens in the back office at Knights headquarters with some of the decisions, things like this, because it's like they're trying to control things too much or be, not bold enough, and we need a bit more flamboyance out there.
100%. Like, and I'm saying, the Indigenous jerseys every year are really good.
Good, yeah.
100% there.
Yeah.
And there's another thing. I reckon someone like Phil Hogan. Remember Phil Hogan? We had him on last week too. He used to do all the dot paintings. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he had cancer?
Yeah.
He did the dot painting of the Knights logo in the centre.
Yeah.
I think it's the old office. Hopefully it's moved to the new one.
Yeah.
Give him a crack at it. Like, he could do some unreal work. I'd love to see it. But, if some people mightn't see this Anzac round as passionate as I do, but, I mean, I love it. Like, if you have not been to an Anzac round, get your butt to an Anzac round, and when them players walk out and that music is playing, if the goosebumps and the hair don't stand up on your neck,
something wrong.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And to me, this is just as important as any other round in the competition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry?
They do put a lot more effort into those orange jerseys. I mean, they make me stand at attention too, but those white jerseys, they put more effort into that.
Well, there's a point. Yeah, there's a point.
Jersey.
And, if they say, well, I'd love to put my hand up and say, hey, give me 12 months or whatever, or so many months, let me design next year's.
Yeah.
And I'll give you, each month, I'll give you a new design. You tell me what you like, what you don't. I want to have a crack at it. That's how passionate I am about it. I love the Anzac jerseys. I love the Anzac round.
Should we do one ourselves?
Yeah, go for it.
And sell it with our merch?
Well, I'm quite intrigued that you're having a crack, Dean, so...
Thanks.
He likes having
But sorry to go off on your question, but
Crack, that's fine.
Yeah, I just get a bit wound up with it.
I think I've seen the Parramatta one on social media, and it's very, very plain.
Bit of a dish rag, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with the Heritage one.
All right, so we'll put it up on the page this week, over the weekend, and we'll get all the Indigenous jerseys and see what we think, and then after that, I'll have a crack at doing a couple, and you tell me what are different, what you like. I've done a couple of nights. I did a few ages back, but but by all means, remember, I'm only an amateur on a phone, so there's they're not going to be as good quality, but
Just remember the sponsor has to be NIB for Newcastle, not Tyson Game.
no, Leo.
By the way, Dean, before I go, have you had a crack about Sutton yet?
What's that? Sorry.
Have you had a crack about Sutton already on the show?
No, I've sort of stayed away from that a little bit, because I get too cranky. So, by all
That
means,
was
it's all yours.
Graceful.
Yeah, more than welcome.
Graceful.
Yes, it was, and I don't condone the throwing of the stuff. We did talk about that at the bloke. Yeah, I mean, call him all the names under the sun within reason, as long as it's not racial or discriminative.
Constructive criticism is always good for
But this goes back to the whole too, where don't boo Latrell. NRL and a few former players. Yeah, don't boo him. Come on, get off his case. No, sorry. It's the history
You
of the
put in a
game.
subpar performance, you get what you...
That's right, but in the history of the game, you boo the opposition.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal to each or individual player.
The booing that I heard at the Newcastle game, like that was so.
It was
Yeah.
after. Yeah, it was after.
I
Like,
don't know if it was.
And it was
full
warranted.
time.
I don't know if it was towards the referee.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was disgraceful.
The way when they walked off, it was no. I'm all for that. That's fine.
Like no, just I'm not saying disgraceful. The referees were disgraceful.
Yeah, the
not
referees
booing.
were. I'm all for that.
That's
By
rough.
booing, that's
It's-
fine. That's part of being a ref. As
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
You know, you got to.
You got to cop the credit. You
But
gotta
there's
cop the
booing
credits.
and there's
gotta-
throwing shit,
Yeah, that's
and that
He's wrong.
is out.
going too far.
No, hopefully they got.
I do remember thinking he might have needed a police escort to get off the field because it was that blatantly bad umpiring. But anyway,
I'd say you would have
things
put. Sorry, I'd say you would have put your hand up for a police escort too, wouldn't you?
who says I haven't once or twice?
Oh, anyway, champion.
Those buttons can do wonderful things, Dean.
Yeah, you're in the draw for the Say Your Zing tattoo voucher, or the $150 cash, thanks to Nighttime Podcast. So enjoy the show, champion, and we always enjoy your input as always. And
Do, and we love you very much. Myself and Terence were obviously still big fans of the show.
oh, that's
Say
good.
good day
mate.
to Terence for us.
That's, yeah, we'll have
Certainly,
to-
we'll bring his hair at the moment. So
yeah. Next time, we'll soon. Hopefully, you can G it up. You can both get on as a duo.
well, yes, but we're not going to be filming that or putting that to air. Goodness me.
No, we've seen that photo of you and Simon, you and Terence and Mr. Vassallo that time.
No, he does say hello. As I said, he's just doing his hair and he's trying to work out how to get the gel out of his chest. But anyway, that's fine. I'll go and attend to him now. And you guys have a wonderful rest of the show.
No worries. Thanks,
Thanks, mate.
champion.
Thanks, Simon.
Ta-ta.
See you,
Bye.
buddy.
All right, guys. Time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
It's Cory.
Corey?
Corey.
Yeah.
Cory.
Corey. Hey.
The other Corey.
Hey.
Yeah, he's busy for tonight. So, yeah, you filled his shoes.
Hi, Cory.
Corey for Corey. Hey, mate, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, mate. How you guys going?
Yeah, good,
thanks.
good.
Mate, good.
Got a question for us, have you?
I do, actually. It's actually for Gary.
Ah,
Damn.
Gasbag.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. I want to know, Gary, what's your thoughts now on Zach inking a 4-year deal with you guys for the, from next year and beyond?
Love it.
Yeah, well,
Dean's
he's certainly-
just pulled the face, but yeah.
He's certainly playing good football. He's proved that over the weekend, how good he is in the air.
Oh, yeah. he
Is that why you're not here
good.
tonight? You're drowning your sorrows?
Secretly, yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
You weren't the fan that was dancing in the corner with the Dragons jersey down there, were you?
Sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
You weren't the fan dancing down in the corner at the game against the Tigers this week.
Oh, mate, I always dance. You should have seen me on Sunday night.
Pass, yeah. Mate, speaking of dancing, we've actually got some fan mail. Someone sent in for the Desperate and Dateless thing we said last week or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was for Grinder.
No, that's your account. But we had a Christine Vassallo send in a photo and said she'd love to meet Cory. So, I'm
open to all offers.
Yeah. Well,
was that Chris's niece or what?
Yeah.
Christine Vassallo.
Yeah. Don't bring me into this, all right, please.
So, we'll set it up there for Cory and. Anyway,
bit of feedback off it.
Yeah, thanks for your question. And are you back next week?
Hopefully, I'll have to check my work roster, but if I'm not working on an afternoon, I'll definitely be there with bells on.
Oh, sounds good, mate.
Bells and fairy wings.
Bells, fairy wings, and sailor costumes. That's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, mate. Thanks for your call and enjoy the rest of the show.
No worries, mate. You too.
And you are not in the draw for the Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher and $150 cash.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry, but
Sorry, mate.
You're part of the crew, buddy.
All right,
All good.
Thanks, champion.
See you, mate.
All right, buddy. Catch ya.
Bye,
See you, mate.
All right, guys. Caller number 4. Who we got?
Dylan Vassallo.
G'day, Dylan. How are you?
Good, thank you.
What's your question for us tonight?
How do you think the Panthers will go against the West Tigers?
Oh, that's their danger team, really, isn't it? It's their kryptonite. So,
What happened last time in Bathurst last year?
I think they'll go all right. The Tigers are playing good, but I still think that especially the week off too, the Penny Panthers will come through.
Be a bit,
Might be up for it.
a bit freshened up.
Penrith's at pretty much full strength for this.
But I tell you what's going to
Cleary's not back, isn't he?
or is he? Are they playing mind games the last minute? He'll get put in.
I don't know.
I think they are.
But I tell you what, it'll be good. The forward pack battle. Fisher Harris, Moses,
no,
Leota.
Prem's out. He'd be out. He would have got suspended.
Oh no, he didn't. He got
did?
fined.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
enough.
that'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers will still do them, but I don't think you got much to worry about there.
Nah.
But the
And
Tigers,
how much do you think they'll win by?
Field goal.
36-12.
depends how good the refereeing is.
36-12. Yeah.
If,
I reckon
if they're on, they're on. I think they'll beat them pretty convincingly. But
That's what I'm thinking. Week off, Brass, Luai playing good. 36-12 for me.
But the Tigers have been playing good footy lately too.
Inconsistent. That's the problem. One week they're hot, next week they're
I'll
a bit
say about
mediocre.
12 to 14.
they do have, what's his name back? Lockie Galvin. So,
true.
What do you think, Delwyn? What do you think the score will be?
I'm not sure, but it is going to be hard.
Also, you being a Penrith supporter, we've got an annual nighttime Penrith Newcastle bus trip coming up. So we'll,
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, no, it'll be a good trip. So I think there's about 15 to 20 seats already been reserved. So
nice.
yeah,
So how do you go about booking a seat for
just
that?
contact us at the podcast, and I will have official pricing for you this week. But I'm reckoning it's going off last year's prices. It's going to be around in between the $40 and $50 a head, I reckon.
That's cheap, isn't it? That's cheap.
And that's return back up.
That's return.
Yeah,
and so you just got to
return,
buy your ticket in there. So don't quote me. You will get proper pricing. But I reckon if you aim for around the 40 to 50, in between there, you'll be right. You'll probably have some pocket change.
Hey, Delwyn,
Yeah.
have you still got your Knights jersey?
Nope.
Oh,
All board.
okay. I thought you might have worn it down there.
No, thank you. I'll be wearing Penrith, thank you.
Are you taking Chris with you?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Has he still got his Knights jersey?
He's got heaps of Knights jerseys.
No, he's got heaps of Knights jerseys.
He doesn't need any more.
Do you want to borrow one?
Better than that.
No, thank you.
Better than those bloody Cowboys, aren't they?
No, that's an outfit. Anyway, thanks for your call and enjoy the rest of the show and go the Knights.
Go to the Panthers.
Yeah,
the
them too.
Knights.
Up the Knights.
Bye, Delwyn.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, guys, that was Talking Schmidt for this week. And who do you think the call gets? I reckon Garfield was pretty
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah, that's a big
Shannon.
Garfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's probably sitting at home waiting for the
Big
result.
bowl of lasagna.
Choking on a fur ball or something, So,
Probably having a snooze by now.
yeah, hopefully,
He's got to get up early. Oh, no.
he does, but not as early as me. Like,
Yeah, right,
I'm at work well before he strolls in.
No.
Anyway, hopefully the Knights get up to, and then we'll see. Remember I said the other week we'll have Corey Horsburgh in the panel?
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh.
Think of
Ginger
Corey
cat.
Horsburgh
And a
and
bull.
Off Wish. And then we got Garfield.
Timu, isn't it? Timu.
It's yeah.
You'll have to lock up your beer and all that.
Oh, we'll have to get some more little dragon to have him.
Leave some lasagna.
If he comes, all right, the Knights lose and he's in, we'll have to get a bowl of lasagna.
Oh, yeah. Have to sit it right there, yeah.
Tell him anyway, win, lose or draw, come in.
He was coming there the other week and he got a flat
Put some
tire.
cheese in it.
Well, funny story. Well, not funny story, but you're talking about it. A big shout out to Shadow de Fairhall. Unfortunately, has shut business, and he's just going to be doing the sauces and briskets and that.
Is that the pizza place? Yeah, right.
And he's still. Oh, speaking of that, up on the wall, he's still going to honour the fridge as well. So good on him.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's took its toll on him. It's just too much for the poor fellow. And he's a good bloke, champion bloke, but
top food.
Yeah, and so he's just took a backward step because it's all about family, and he's going to be doing briskets and sauces, and where he was going to do a pizza in our name.
Yep.
He's now going to do a sauce.
Oh, cool.
So some kind of bottled sauce.
Nighttime hot sauce.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And
extra hot for Chris.
Yeah, hopefully he gets back on his feet and spends a bit more time with his family and everything's all right. But champion fella, mate, and a shout out to you, buddy. Take care, champion. Anyway, guys, so Garfield's there. Goes into the draw for this week's Talking Schmidt, and we'll take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And speaking of Shadow de Fairhall, the fridge comp.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, we had a few nights, quite a lot of nights ones.
Yeah.
We got to see some other clubs getting involved too. We had a few, but then it's dwindled off a bit. It's all nights, which is good. I don't mind, but I'm feeling pretty good tonight, so I'm going to go three people.
Three?
Yeah,
three people.
Wow. 3 from last week. So the first one was we've all decided. This was not obviously Smita decided. First one was Ben Wood with the 2 kids there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A good one with the kids. Second one, I didn't pick this one, is Byron Wood.
With the Gamble.
With Tyson Gamble.
It's his son. It might have been his son, was it? Or
I don't even know if they're
related.
I don't even know if they're related. So yeah, we just picked the pictures there. Actually, I didn't kindly pick that one.
It wasn't him in the photo, was it? It was his son.
It's his son. Yeah.
Young fella.
And these Christine Howson, was it? With the 3 people in the comp. So you're in the draw for the fridges. So
easy as that.
Yeah,
they're good.
That's the thing. Like, it's so easy, and you could win a fridge, like a what are they? $400 fridge of your choice, like a little bar fridge, and it's it's got the
cool for the man cave.
It's like that one in front of us, but
that's
half
smaller,
the size,
isn't it? Yeah,
and a bit wider. And it's got like a blue front with your logo and that on it. So
it's cool.
I mean, happy days. But anyway, we're going to get into it because we're running a bit late here. Yeah. This week, the Roosters, Thursday night, up against the Storm. Obviously at Rooster Park, whatever you want to call the place.
Storm.
Yeah. Storm. It's hard to go past the Roosters after last week. I'm going to take the Roosters.
Against the Storm. And
I'm going to take the Roosters. Connor Watson's playing some good footy.
I'll go with Storm.
Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd hit Melbourne as well.
Thanks, fellas, sticking with me.
Yeah, I'll take the Roosters, but
it should be a good game.
Yeah. Friday night.
6 o'clock game, eh?
Yeah, Dragons and the Warriors. You're going to have to take the Warriors, eh?
Yeah. I think they're just playing that little bit better football than what the Dragons are at the moment, I think.
Well, Dragons are just not. Yeah, for me. Then the Friday night 8 o'clock game, the Riverworms, guys.
Yep.
And the Dolphins.
Fins up. Fins up. Fins up.
Keep going, boy. Keep going. Para.
This one's a hard one, to be honest.
I'll probably tip the
Dolphins
Eels.
have been playing pretty good like the last few weeks.
The problem is it's
not
on,
there.
and it's on the
they're
road.
getting injuries and they're...
Is Flegler back?
Nah.
I'll take the Eels only because it's at home.
Bloody Para doesn't...
There he goes.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Bloody Eels.
And that's where we got Mitch.
The Panthers up against the West Tigers. You have to take the Panthers, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, draw.
Yeah,
nah, probably the Panthers. Yeah, I
it's
don't
gotta
know.
be
The
the
Tigers are
Panthers.
still playing good footy though, but yeah.
Yeah, that is. But Titans and the Seagulls.
Seagulls.
Can I phone a friend?
You'd have to go Manly, but Titans showed some fight last week, and it's on the Gold Coast, so maybe they might be in for an upset.
It could be like the Knights. Don't travel well up there.
Oh, I might do it. I might go to the Titans.
Yeah, Titans are an upset.
I'll take a Manly. You know,
Who you
I don't
taking?
Oh, I have to take Manly.
I don't think the Gold Coast is fully there yet.
They're due.
Under Des, but
They're
give
due.
him a few weeks. I reckon Des is going to crack his team into high gear.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it's not Magic Round.
This one's going to be a good one.
Broncos and the Raiders. You
gonna
have to
be a
take the
cracker.
Broncos up there.
Yeah, they're hard at Suncorp, aren't they?
But the Raiders have been travelling good too as well, away from home.
I'll go the Bronx.
Yeah, I'll take out the Bronx. The next one, it's no brainer for me. Knights, Bulldogs, Knights.
Yeah, and definitely the Knights.
I'm going to go the Bulldogs. I want to go to the Knights, but I just think
You could be right.
Addo Carr and
Go wherever you want, mate.
Bulldogs have been on pretty good form too.
Yeah, they're playing good. Like I'm telling you, it's going to be tough.
Addo Carr
Yeah,
for
we're gonna
two.
have to
So
be at
3
their
last
best.
week, 2 this week.
Wouldn't put it past them. And the Sharks versus Cowboys on Sunday.
Cowboys.
Well, you know what the Cowboys did to the Sharks last time they played?
Yeah, no, I'm going to take Sharks at Shark Park.
Yeah.
Sharkies.
Yeah, Cowboys are just
they're on top of the
inconsistent.
ladder. They're going all right.
They're not
so-
on top of the ladder. They're on top of the ladder for a reason. So,
Yeah, that's it.
And the Bunnies get 2 points.
I might go
I'm going to
Sharks.
take the bye on that one.
Okay.
I mean, we are going to start getting more into the teams at the end of the like for each round. Starting from next week, we got to get more involved with each of the
I like what it says down the bottom here. What are you really gambling with?
Tyson. So yeah, we're going to get more involved with the games for this week for the other clubs as from next week. It's just things have got out of hand again with but yeah, New South Wales Cup too. I want to give a shout out to Brody Jones.
Who
Again,
have they got this week?
I'm not sure to be honest.
It'd be the Bulldogs, sorry.
Oh yeah, that
Should
would be
yeah.
too. Yeah, so if you can get down there, unfortunately I was going, but there's so many birthdays in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm booked out. But
You know, I'm going to go down. I'll wear my shirt that I'm wearing tonight. So
it'd be good to get down there and support the boys. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We might come back and wrap it all up, eh? All right, guys, and we're just going to run through the Knights team list before we wrap it up. But, guys, you got something for us first?
We have a beautiful skateboard. Check that out. But the surprise part is on the flip side.
They hang on the wall. And, yeah, I got the crazy lady at Penrith one, and, that's a
This is a
nice
nice
design
one.
one.
Pretty cool one, eh?
But I've also got a couple coming for me that no one's seen yet. The individual player ones.
Leo Thompson.
Have they got one for Penrith?
Yeah, Kylie got a Penrith one. Undisputed.
Yeah, he can't do wheels.
What about
ones. Nah, he can't do
They
them,
can,
sorry.
but yeah, you can get whatever you want. Any team, any player, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
Who does that?
you can order them through the show. Our merchandise man does them for $130 bucks.
Yeah, nice.
Worth every bit of it.
But yeah, order them through us, and
That's pretty cool, actually.
that's
yeah.
included postage and that as well. So
Quality's
unless
most
it's
No,
further away.
I've got one, but mine's holds a bottle.
Yeah,
of spirits,
well, you could probably get that on there as well. You know,
Yeah.
but that's through Mr. Sparkle. So yeah, give us a yell and we can sort something out for you.
Ride on them too.
Sorry.
They're not meant to ride them. Put them up on the wall.
Yeah, hang them up
can
on the
if you
wall. I
want.
mean, you can't ride them.
Can't ride them, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, I've got a.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I got a Leo Thompson one design and a Tyson Gamble one, so I'll go inside in them, you know. But anyway, guys, let's get into the team list before we wrap it all up. And who wants to do the Dogs?
Yeah, I'll give him a go.
Ken
Yeah,
Dog,
sweet.
Ken Dog,
Yeah,
Bulldog.
the Bulldogs.
Yeah, right,
It's,
Ken Dog,
fullback,
go.
Connor Tracy. On the wings, Jacob Carraz and Josh Addo-Carr. In the centres, Bronson Sherry and Stephen Crichton. In the halves, Matt Burton and Drew Hutchinson. And the forwards, we got front row, Samuel Hughes and Chris Poletto. In the hooker, Reid Mahoney. In the back row, Valimi Kikau and Jamin Salmon in the back row. And locking the scrum is Josh Curran. And on the bench, we've got Bailey Haywood, Puasa Fumulawasi, Elwi, something like that, I think. Curtis Moran and Blake Taff.
That's a strong side.
It is.
Not too
Unfortunately,
bad, is
it's
it?
a really good side. For the Knights, number 1, Kalen Ponga. 2, Greg Marju. Dane Gayguy and Bradman Best in the centres. Nali Tawala on the other wing. Jack Cogger and Jackson Hastings are our halves combination. Jacob Saifidi and the man himself, Leo Thompson, are our big boys up front with Jaden Brayley at hooker. Dylan Lucas and Kai Pearce-Paul in the back row with Adam Elliott at lock. And I am short 2 people.
Jack Etherington and Matt Croker.
I've got Jack Hetherington, Matt Croker, and Felix Crossan and Daniel Saifidi. On paper, they're on par, but it's going to be a cracking game. I'm the wing, Addo-Carr. That combination, that matchup's going to be good in itself, but I'm really looking forward to the likes of Viliamu in the forward battle.
It's actually not too bad, actually, when you think about it. I haven't really heard much about Samuel Hughes or Chris Poletto, but
Josh Curran and Viliamu kick out.
Kikau and Jamin Salem and Kai Pearce-Paul
The
and
battle of the centres, like Critter against Best, that's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, I try not to look at that.
Like, that's
Even
worth the
Sherry.
price of admission right there, I think.
Yeah.
Bronson Sherry. even
100%.
he's-
I'll take the Knights.
Yeah, I can't
New
tip.
South Wales centres, head to head.
100%.
I
100%
can't
it
tip
should be.
against. I can't tip against the Knights.
Would you tip anyone else for centre combination? But for New South Wales, Crichton and Best.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Then you have Addo-Carr on one wing.
Yeah.
Marju on the other? Is he a New South Welsh?
no,
Or is he a
I'm not
Queenslander?
Not sure. But I don't think he'll get picked.
I don't
anyway.
think he's put his name up for
Yeah,
anything
because he
like that.
represented Samoa.
And that,
But
yeah. But he can represent New
Yeah, he can, yeah.
Zealand too, can he?
I think
Or-
so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you have the likes of Dylan Edwards at the fullback. If Teddy's not fit, it's a pretty good backline already.
Think about it, yeah.
And Cleary at looking like it's going to be Cleary and Luai because of Moses is out.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good backline.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think?
Who
Do you
else
think
in
Maguire's
5'8"
going to
would
stick with that?
I reckon he will. I wouldn't. I'd say you'd probably put Tedesco in at fullback, but I wouldn't. To me, it's time to look for future.
Teddy Tedesco it was his last year.
Probably this year. Time to look to the future, I think.
You know, like he's got nothing to prove at State of Origin.
But kids growing up going, look how good Dylan plays, and he can never get picked. What have I got to do to get into Origin? Like,
Yeah, I can't. Poor blokes have at least played about 4 to 5 Origins by now.
Yeah.
Over the last 4 years.
Anyway, so it's the Knights, mate. Knights, guys.
Yeah.
Going
Tipping
Knights.
the Knights.
Dogs. Anyway, sorry, it was a bit.
I don't think Gaz has ever tipped the Knights.
No.
So,
Yeah, I tipped the Knights. I just think that it's going to be close. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be
You
close,
have a couple
yeah.
of points in it, but it'll be hard. The first
Hopefully
20
it's not a
minutes.
slaughter like it was last year.
No.
I want to see a good game of footy.
I don't think
It was a
it's
bit
gonna
of
be like that,
bit of a rush.
But
towards
if we don't turn up,
Oh, they'll pull their pants in.
yeah, the dogs
100%.
will get us.
They'll run away with it. It was a bit of a rush towards the end, but we had a bit of a late start the night. But shout out to the Ruck Infringement podcast. Good friends of ours over there, Joey and the crew. So get on and
Check them out.
check them out. And the new Knights podcast that come out the other week too. The Knighthood podcast, I think it's called now. Yeah,
Knighthood.
Yeah, jump on, have a look at them. They're more of a serious thing where they do punting and stats and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
right. Knighthood, yeah.
Yeah, Knighthood.
Okay, I'll have to
but,
check it out.
yeah, got a couple of things in now. We've had quite a few people reaching out to us that want to get involved with the show but are not from the area. So we're playing with a few ideas to broaden the show up a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
So, one guy's from Shanghai.
There you go.
Shanghai.
And talks
Knights
English.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's Australian
Aussie.
living over there, but
Yeah, nice.
yeah, Shanghai.
Shanghai.
So we're not just Australian podcast now, we're international. We're Shanghai.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
I
that'd
feel
be all right.
important. Do I look important?
No, yeah, to us.
What about now? Do I look important?
Oh, no. Way
It's like
off.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we've got a few ideas we're playing with, but anyway, guys, thanks to all our sponsors. We can't do it without you. We've got a few things in the making. Even talking about a live show after a game soon. That we're talking about.
Maybe all right.
Perhaps
That'd be fun.
perhaps a Parramatta game.
But you won't like that.
Huh?
You won't like that.
Oh, will we?
Discussing how good Parramatta was and winning.
Ah,
Are you going to take the night off and be involved with that night?
Depends what night it is.
I think
Saturday.
it's a Saturday.
Where's it at?
Yeah, 5:30
Newcastle.
Newcastle. It's a 5:30 game.
Night time.
I think it is.
your
It's
boss
a
before you go.
5:30 game.
We can't have a live show without you.
On Saturday I finish around 1, 2 o'clock.
Oh, you'll be
Yeah,
sweet.
Plenty of time.
I won't be able to drink any beer because I've got to go clean them later.
You'll be right, mate.
Hey,
We won't tell anyone.
It's
That
mate.
sounds good.
You don't. You don't need
So,
to. Be
who wants to
sober
see
use
the
back
Silver Fox?
Yeah, oh yeah, we do. We can't do a show about guys.
on the drink.
But yeah, well, we're going to do it for a guy that's got brain cancer, but his prognosis has been a lot better than we first thought. So they're going to put it off the fundraiser a bit till he gets a lot worse, and then we'll probably need our help a bit more then. So I'm thinking we'll still do it, and we might do a fundraiser for maybe the Smita Foundation,
Yeah.
where all the money that's raised that night will go back out to junior clubs. Like we're not keeping any up, mate. It's not for us. We're gonna get some equipment and send it out to some junior clubs. So we might do that for that night and have some raffles and some giveaways. And unless someone comes up that's a charity that needs our help, by all means we'll jump on board. But if not, so we can still do it for the foundation. Let's raise a bit of money and we'll send it back out to the junior clubs around the area.
Yeah, nice.
And
Turn up and enjoy the night.
buy some equipment and some balls and ball bags and
Mouth guards.
training trainers
yeah.
shirts and that for the trainers that help out, and we could do something like that and send it over to some clubs of
Yellow shirts, green shirts. I think that's what they
Yellow,
wear. I think
green,
there's
blue,
I think
purple,
there's-
is there?
No, I think there's blue,
Is that
green.
senior?
Yeah, juniors. Training shirts, league safe. League safe's yellow.
because I know there's
You got trainers are blue and green. First aid and
Also, if you're in the area, I'm not sure where they're playing this week, but we'll put it up there. Go and support the Ants, the team we support, the Aberglasslyn Ants. So get out there and support the men's and women's team. But
how'd they
yeah,
go on the weekend. They get up.
I think they did. Yes,
Yeah,
it was a pretty big score, I think, on one of them. I'll
Yeah,
double
right.
check. I
Yeah,
did have
yeah.
a look at it, but shout out to the Ants, and so that'll be pretty exciting. I reckon we do the Parramatta game. Do it at Firsty, maybe after it, and
Yeah.
do a little fundraiser, and
I'll definitely come up for sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming up from Sydney, man.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime.
And Cam on the camera.
Cam
tonight.
on the cam.
And Christopher behind the scenes.
The clapper boy.
Kenny?
Yeah, no worries, mate. All good.
And dog
next week?
Cory.
Yeah, I might pop up next week. Yeah,
Good.
we've got training. I think we've got 1 day of training because we're not training Anzac Day. So
Sweet.
yeah, we'll come up.
Sounds good. And
Will I be here?
no, you'll be here, mate. You're part of the finisher.
Oh, mate, he's always here.
You sleep on the couch, don't you,
I
Gary?
don't know how you get rid of him, do you?
No, I've got to take him off the stick. Anyway, guys.
I've got to fight the cat for the food.
Not you, Garfield. Anyway, guys, till next week. We'll don't forget, send your photos in if you're at the game. Get some photos and join all of our giveaways. Our member of the last week, was it last week? The members draw went off, yeah?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have another one soon. And check out our merchandise. Till next week.
But if any of the listeners are out there and our viewers see some friends and pass it around to tune into us, all the giveaways and that.
Yeah, it's working because our viewers now are past the 1,500, around 1,500 a week per show now, so it's rising, and the numbers are on the.
Tell them to check us out.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, like as we started the show with the tribute from Bondi last week, if you are suffering from any mental health illness, please go see a doctor in your medical.
Just talk to someone. Just talk to someone.
You know,
the worst thing you do is bottle it all up.
Yeah, that's right.
But see how it's anyone. Like even I said, to us on the show, as long as you're legit and not, being silly, like and taking the piss, because it's a serious thing. We're all here to help. So and this is what the foundation's all about. It's not just helping league kids, but it's helping the community. We want to push for mental health awareness. We're at the stage where we eventually want to get enough funding to be able to fund somebody, some kind of full-time counsellor, through our show to be online support for the whole every day, every night for the available for assistance. May not get to that, we may not, but. Hey, I'm going to give it a fair crack.
It's worth a try. Yeah, why not?
If we can save one person's life, it's well worth it.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
So, anyway, guys, till next week.
It's all about the league.
Ponga wouldn't pull himself off, but I would. Take two.
Don't piss on the cat.
Farted in the excavator, nearly vomited.
The recipe says turn it to 180.
Start again.
No.
No,
Oven.
the oven.
Who's that bloke from Queensland we pulled off?